That's just how the dice is sometimes.
Okay.
At the same time, Rose looked into and made sure of the rules of passing between doorways, spaces between here and there. She is unable to literally open a door and it be connected. For now, she'll eventually be that powerful, but she can, however, bring all of you through to, like, the communal area, by which she discovered was actually, like, a complicated series of tubes. It's partly a word joke, the underground system.
The internet.
Yeah, the underground system in London is called the Tube.
I know.
Yeah, it's trains. Trains are the way to get from place to place, and time moves oddly. They tend to open and exit near and around hospitals and morgues because they are the most popular places to put these doorways. For a number of reasons, they didn't really go into that in detail, but you could certainly do so. Rose also found out the cost of leaving one of these doors open and letting Kyne stumble into it. She becomes one of the guardians of this passageway endlessly. She becomes a staff member. Where all they have is just cable.
Close the doors, it's fine.
Yeah, that's basically it.
And all of you fuckers close the door too.
Yeah, you make sure. Always close doors on the way out. None of you were brought up in a barn, I assume. Actually, I'm not sure. Gideon the Knight may well have, in his inception, been born in a barn. He wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah, the older a vampire is, the greater the chance
They were born in a barn. It's true.
So, yeah, I was born in 1130 in Rouen, Norman, France. So there is a surprisingly high chance.
Okay, so you were the only one with an excuse. You aren't allowed to be the last person to enter a doorway. You might leave it open because you might have been born in a barn. But now we're going to jump to aspirations. Because I got my great big notice that only I in the stream can see. It's a big notice that's above literally every other character sheet, just in block capitals, aspirations, you twat. And I've never forgotten since putting it there near the end of Season 2. And also, assuming my computer... Yay, hooray, I didn't manage to delete all of my cookies and shortcuts. If I start typing aspirations, it gives me the spreadsheet. It's technology. Okay. Angelina, you have prepare fortifications against future monster attack with a plus, determine who else has influence over Weisberger with 2 pluses, and space for an empty aspiration. Would you like to take any more or change any others?
Yeah, since we are going to Switzerland, I can't really investigate Weisberger from there, so I think I'll score it in and just accept, like...
It'll be 2 instead of 3.
Plus. Yeah.
Alright. And now that you've decided that, I will tell you the answer to this red herring. The reason that there is any influence at all over Weisberger is because that there is a ghoul who works in the same office building as him, who happens to have Dominate, and tried to get him to take her to dinner.
That's amazing.
That's literally it.
As much as I'd like to believe, if vampires existed and had these powers, it'd always be for serious schemes. But sometimes you just want a guy to notice you.
No, this was another ghoul of a vampire who was like, I have Dominate, I'm gonna get this dude to take me out to dinner. And it nearly worked as well, but you gooned him by inspecting it a little bit too hard.
Sometimes you just want...
She just wants smash!
Sometimes you just want to smash.
Alright, so instead you have space for 2 aspirations.
Yeah, I, of course, want to set the medium term, Words are difficult.
Have you been drinking too?
I only just started.
Oh, you have no
Don't
excuse
worry,
then.
Oh, no, remember, it's me. I have much less problems when I'm drunk. Much fewer problems.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I want a medium-term one, like the objective of this whole thing. Reclaim my lost track.
sure. Reclaim my lost treasure. And your last one. You've obviously got the super long of prepare fortifications against monster attack. Are you going for a shorty?
Yes. Now, so we're traveling to Switzerland.
Ah.
I mean, make it successfully to Switzerland would probably be handy, but, actually, remind me, have we, like, investigated any of the protocols for traveling as vampires?
No.
There would be, but you guys are skipping them all by just being in a different place. You might have to, as far as you're aware, like, this is quote-unquote common knowledge, if there are elders who are inclined to give a shit, like, say you're going from an Invictus place to a place that's not run by the Invictus, you will have to say hi to the elder and be like, greetings, we are a coterie from X, we're here to do Y.
Wait,
And you can lie or otherwise.
Yeah, because I was about to say, are we going on official business?
You aren't going officially, but even then, like, you don't want to go there unofficially and get in trouble because you're a coterie that acts directly for the Invictus. You'd get them in a lot of trouble. You guys have actually done enough background research that I will let you know the faction in Switzerland, in the capital city of Bern, is actually, believe it or not, Ordo Dracul.
Oh, I believe it.
Wow. Which one of those ones again?
Ordo Dracul are the like vampire wizards.
Oh, great. They're wizards.
They don't give a shit about politics usually, but they are in charge of the old city of Bern.
Wait, vampire wizards in what way?
They know and investigate all of the rituals, and they quote-unquote learn something very close to magic. They have coils and rituals and different like layers of secrets, and they make magical cult houses.
I would
Vampires.
I would say they're like cultists or science people.
They're definitely both. They're like officially mad scientists if they still had enough wherewithal to be qualified as sane.
I would qualify the Crones as being like the.
They're a coven. You're right. Yeah, they aren't vampire wizards. They are the psycho coven. They're all like turbo lesbos with the dark magic.
DCL.
Yeah.
DCL.
Yeah.
Order Rakul are the Becky Covenstones.
That's pretty fair. Yeah, they're the Covenstone family of. I've just thought of a fucking name now for the leader of the fucking elder of the Draculs. Just gonna scroll that in somewhere.
Their whole thing is perfecting the vampiric existence. Get rid of all weaknesses, improve all.
Their ultimate goal, the ultimate goal of all Dracul, is a ritual to walk in the sun.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, that sounds awful lot like Nazis.
Look, I'm not saying you're going to Switzerland to steal Nazi gold. You're going to Switzerland to steal Nazi gold, my dude.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so aspiration will be to acquire a letter of introduction to the Voivode of Bern.
Excellent. Now, actually, I'm going to took a pause in aspirations to show you a thing. Now, there are new merits that exist, the Shadow of Humanity, and I'm not one of them. There's a new one, but its details currently are hidden because none of you have activated it. It is called Shadow of the Old World. These are clues to what their dots represent. The Old World has talons, old and powerful. Blood money, an old vintage, is an old printing. Friends in high places, but too high up to be seen. They've taught you their skills, special skills forgotten, and you teach their skills, special skills to live on in the new world. It is a secret new series of merits that you may or may not uncover here in Switzerland. If you fail to do so, don't feel terrible. Because of Rosa's abilities, this may not be your last visit to Europe. You could do this shit way more often.
Oh, no, dude. Dude, that's the thing. This is the old world.
Yeah,
Like, any visit could be the last one.
this is also true. It could be the last one, but with a big, like, capital letter last visit. But assuming that things go well, this could very well not be your last visit to Europe, you know.
Okay, so knock on wood, I'm gonna have to fuck up pretty bad for me to die.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's just not fuck up.
Yeah, the thing is, let's not fuck up. You have to fuck up pretty bad, but it's not hard to fuck up.
What could we do?
Just don't fuck up.
I'm saying, Rem, there is a new series of merits that you may or may not learn how to unlock, called Shadow of the Old World.
Okay.
But the details are hidden because no one has started on either of those tracks. The details for those ones are revealed because Rose got them. And I'm also thinking I'm gonna gradually reveal Shadow of the Old World because it's fun like that. But we'll see.
Put it this
Yeah,
way.
but reading
fuck-
all this would be like, Gideon, 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 and Gideon.
He would probably benefit a lot from Shadow of the Old World. However, a warning that, like a lot of the new merits, they are mixed positives and negatives. So some of the stages of it are bad, and some of the stages of it are excellent.
Sometimes you have a bad trip. Sometimes you take cocaine and just do all the things.
Sometimes you take acid, but you also take cocaine so you can remember taking the acid. Rose. Aspirations. You have use Legba's curse on someone and help a ghost. You have space for another aspiration. Would you like to change either of your old ones, and what would you like your new one to be?
New one can be plan and commit a heist.
Plan to commit a heist, or plan/commit a heist?
Plan and commit a heist. Yeah.
And commit. Excellent.
I mean, most like what a heist is the planning. So.
This is true. Much like other systems that are heist centric, the whole system is a heist and then getting resources based on how many times everything could go wrong, because that's what you're looking for in a heist. I still got to get DCL to play Blades sometime. I think it's going to be exactly up his alley.
Blade?
Blade, yeah, Blades in the Dark.
Oh yeah. I mean,
They
whatever
already played
you got a
Blade.
group, man.
Hey, I could one shot it sometime. We'll see. Blades in the Dark is
Yeah,
a fun
but
one.
Don't forget, DCL is already playing Blade.
Yeah.
This is true.
Blade.
Blade.
Vampire Blade.
But, you know, he's a different. I mean, yeah, no, he's Blade, but it's pronounced Blade in this game and that other one. But Blades in the Dark is where you're like, oh, Governor, I'm a Blade. It's actually it's more like Dishonored, if you know that aesthetic.
Hello,
So what you're
hello,
saying is
hello,
more
hello.
like Thief.
What's on this?
Hello. Yeah, one day you guys might do a vampire's adventure in London. That would be the best. Alright, DCL, you have earn a magic sword with a plus, recruit Kajima the Ghoul with a plus, and go to Switzerland. Would you like to change any?
I might. I only have a plus in get a magic blade, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna drop that because for some reason I doubt I'm going to find a magic sword in Switzerland. Could be completely wrong on that, but then
Yeah.
the magic sword would be its own reward. So
Okay. You had a plus in it, you can drop it, you can have a beat, the route exists still.
DCL,
Yeah.
also point
Okay.
out another thing that you missed.
Add one beat, and it is now scrubbed off. Alright.
for my other shit, I want to say something stupid like blast Ocean's 11 all day in my headset.
That's...
But,
no. Come on, vampire aspirations, my
I
friend.
said stupid.
This is true.
But yeah.
Yeah, vampiric aspirations, my friend.
No. You see, my gut reaction as DCL is like ghost the heist operation. Have no one know you were there, but that's not gonna happen.
At the same time, like, that's a good aspiration, but that's like a 1 or 2 sessions aspiration. There's no way you get to start that heist, so it just gets to sit there banked doing nothing for a while, so I don't recommend it. Like, and not only is it a quote-unquote medium-term aspiration, it's a medium-term aspiration you can't start doing anything for.
Well, we're going unannounced, right? Nobody knows we're going, or do they?
I mean, Angelina wants people to be aware because she wants to get a letter of introduction so you appear there legitimately and don't start a fight.
Okay, so no, not.
Like, if we are there for more than a single day, we will need to make arrangements for, like, somewhere to stay and somewhere to feed, and we really do not want to try to do that under the radar.
Well, I have 5 experience. I'm probably gonna buy that 5th dot of Parafor.
Oh, you're not going to go through the Shadow Subway?
Oh, we have to.
Okay.
Because I don't know any doors in
Oh, right, yeah, of course you've got to learn a door on the other side anyway. That's true. You could actually set it up so you guys never have to stay in Switzerland for more than a night.
Fuck it. It's not gonna happen this session, probably, but have a reason, find a legitimate reason to use celerity.
Alright.
Just because I can't think of anything else.
Find a legitimate reason to use celerity.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I use celerity just cause. Haha.
Yeah, alright, no, that sounds good. Alright, Gideon, you have acquire a ghoul with 2 pluses and go to Switzerland. As a reminder for other goals that you have before leaving for Switzerland, you have a duel based with your potential ghoul.
Yeah, don't remind me. Yeah.
What would you like your 3rd aspiration to be?
Meet someone I once knew in the old world.
Okay. Someone once knew in the old world. If I remember rightly, there are a large number of Italian speakers in Switzerland, so it's possible that you could find some connections that way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Ah, yes, there is. If you said from there should be near the border. There should be an actual monastery there that was acted as an old teaching, old school.
It's unlikely you guys would have a reason to go near the border. I believe you're going to be dropped out in the old city of Bern, and that's going to be where everything's located. If I need to create that location, I will do, though. But let me know ahead of time if you intend to travel more of Switzerland than the short term. Because then I'll need to actually research more of Switzerland than the old city. Which was interesting. That place is fucking beautiful. I want to go there one day.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Sol, you have...
Go where?
to Bern, in the capital of Switzerland is a place called the Old City, which looks basically as it did in the 1200s. It got rebuilt in the 1400s, but it's still the same.
So it would still look familiar to someone even like me.
Correct. Like, Bern's gonna be a big deal for Gideon at the very least, because it's going to look like a lot of shit you recognize just with modern fixins. The layout of that whole place has not changed in over 600 years.
The more things change, the more things stay the same in the old world.
Sort of. I had some details up on Bern, and you'll see a picture of it, and it looks like a fucking fantasy city if you crammed lights in it. Like modern lights.
Call it the old world.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. The old world is the old world for the old people in it, but the old city of Switzerland is about the most unchanged place in Europe. Apart from, I believe, portions of what would have been, like, the Romanian, like, Draculish bits. But otherwise, that's about it. So, sorry. Sol, you have acquire another dot of resources, 3 pluses. Secure Angelina Weiss's rediscovered resources, no pluses. And purchase a safe place in San Posado, no pluses. Would you like to change any of your aspirations?
Nope, I'm good as is.
Excellent. Then, with that, my dears, let us jump back to the game as a whole. It is the 2nd of December, 2018. Male targets for hunting bestow an extra vitae and are considered one step easier to consume. I'm going to check what day of the month the 2nd of December is. It's a Sunday.
Good. Everything's closed down.
Yep. I will pull you guys over to the city map.
Good.
Take off Melanie Wynn. You guys should put yourselves wherever you want to be in the quote-unquote morning. But first of all, Gideon. Today is the day of your duel with Furyu. You have been given a location where a duel is expected to take place, that if you do not attend, he will start some shit. Of course, you've got stuff in place to prevent shit from actually being started, but starting a fight, not a good idea. So this is on you. You could obviously call on more of your companions. How would you prepare for a duel? This guy apparently wants to sort it up with you.
I'm sorry for asking, but like I have nothing to do with this, right? Because I feel like this should be something where it's part of my job.
You don't have anything to do with this unless you want to. Like, there's no way anyone's going to call you into this kind of situation unless they really want the Elysium's involvement. And that's weird because he's just trying to recruit this girl. Potential goal.
Oh, right. It was the. Oh no, sorry. I thought you meant like a duel between kindred. I was like,
No. I mean, if there's a duel between kindred, he's already in a knight, so he still doesn't really need a second, but he could ask for one.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
If you want to attend, it's a weeaboo sword fight.
I mean, I want to see a weeaboo sword fight, but that's on Gideon to invite me.
This is true.
Sure, I'll invite you, and I suppose I could ask a few of the Invictus people to scope out the area and see if there's any fuckery.
Nah, man, I got this.
Do you want to take the head on his like bodyguarding, quote unquote, and scoping his zone for him?
I mean, I'll scope the zone for him, but I'm gonna stay fucking invisible and watch this shit.
Oh, of course, but Gideon is saying he wants to ask, like, members of the Elysium or some other knights or something to make sure the perimeter's actually clean when he goes in for this duel. But you could take that duty for him.
I'll take the duty for him. I'll just scout out and make sure to warn him of anything.
Give me wits streetwise then, please.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a wits composer for a perception roll. Never mind.
I mean, you have to make sure that a perimeter is secure. You're going to have to actually do some street walking. You can wits composure anything from a standing position, but you want to make sure that no one fucks with him for a night. How's that streetwise treating you, buddy?
It's not.
I'm sure not seeing any dots in streetwise.
Okay, that's gonna be a streetwise, and I know I'm not good on that. And yeah, I'll make sure to tell Gideon to be like, okay, yeah, you should get somebody if you want this perimeter secure. If you just want a spotter, I'm pretty perceptive.
You'll make an adequate spotter.
Yeah, Rose is the person you go to if you want her to fucking case a joint, even if that joint's a whole street.
But yes, I would prefer the area itself to be viewed. If at all possible. Supposedly, Rose would be most likely acceptable in this situation.
Yeah, I'll call Rose, see if she wants to get involved on this. Ask her for a favor.
Alright, then go for it.
Delicious favors.
Look, there's only so many dicks I can suck in a week, okay? Ask for something else.
No, but think about it. She's only asked you to suck one kind of dick.
Oh god. I'm gonna call Rose in this
A
conversation.
whole rainbow of cocks.
Well, you could always have Gideon repay that favor. Because he's the one asking, so.
Yeah, since I'll still call Rose up. Ask her if she wants to case a joint, just to make sure it's safe.
What's up?
Yeah, Gideon's about to get into a duel. Just wants to make sure that the place ain't gonna have anything fucky about it. I'm gonna watch.
A duel?
Yeah, fucking duel with Yakuza, katanas and everything. I'm fucking hyped.
What? You don't fuck with the Yakuza.
Well, it's a little too late for that, so.
Even I know not to fuck with the Yakuza.
Look, I'm not asking you to fuck with the Yakuza. I'm just asking to make sure they ain't fucking with Gideon. If stuff goes down, I'll be there to help him. Not that I think he actually needs the help. I'm seriously just here to watch a sword fight.
I mean, if it's Gideon in a sword fight, I mean, I feel sorry for the other person.
Right? Either way. If you can come down here, I'll owe you a favor. Small favor.
Let me get that in writing.
Why do you need that in writing? I literally talk to you like at least once a week. You're going to see me.
Yeah. Let me get that in writing.
Fine.
Be down there.
Fine. I'll literally write IOU on a piece of paper. Just get down here.
Sweet. I will head on down.
Excellent. Yeah, give me a wit streetwise.
I will give you a heckin' wit streetwise. Streetwise one of my asset skills. It is. This is not at all related to the black market.
No.
Nothing my special. Huge success.
Okay. So while you are scoping the joint, you can see that there are, like... The streets are mostly clear and it started to rain. It's, you know, a little bit, what would be dark and miserable, but... There are people still on the streets that are a bit more thuggish. They've got sunshades on and they're smoking and they look very Yakuza-y. They aren't exactly being stealthy, they similarly appear to be watching out, as though that there were some other gangers around that they should be worried about. But no one seems to be actually, like, rucking up for a fight.
Okay. I'll pass that information.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead, pass it on.
Seems like they're just casing up too and just being prepared.
Okay. So you pass that information on. So how does Gideon prepare for a duel? Yeah, also, yeah, DCL, we can hear you typing.
Sorry. That's
It's okay.
Shouldn't be.
It was only quiet, but it was audible. Yeah, Gideon, how do you prepare for a duel then?
Well, first off, I put on the best quality of my armored suits. Make sure the blade is high quality, and I suppose I'll let the Elysium know that I have unfortunately possibly overstepped some bounds, and now I'll be fighting a potential ghoul. If all goes well, we will have a very good, very strong asset for the Invictus.
Alright then. Usually they would ask another knight to attend, but you and yourself are a knight and have access to oaths that would keep your people safe. And DCL has already agreed to be your second, quote-unquote, albeit invisibly. Honestly, they kind of prefer the idea of an invisible second. Keep, you know, he'll clean up if things go super fucking horribly, they imagine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, even if things go horribly on your end, you could probably clean up, but having a second guy to kill witnesses quickly is obviously good.
I mean, I guess. I don't have to feel too bad since they're Yakuza. But I am a shepherd, so I'll prefer to keep things quiet. But they don't know that. I prefer to keep things on a softer hand. Well, yeah. Nothing should go bad.
Yeah. They are, you know... in fact, can you give me a presence plus your... Gideon... Presence plus your status roll. So it's presence plus 3. Let's see if there are other people interested in attending your duel silently. There are people interested in it. Okay. So when this information is passed on, there are 2 knights that would like to bear witness. And more importantly, they would like to give you some appropriately knightly gear for this duel.
Sorry they found out, Gideon. We're kind of talking about it while we've been out over swords.
Now, they know that you are going up against someone of glorious Nipponese descent, but there's no reason you should use anything but the most fine of Western weaponry. They're going to loan you a sword. And in fact, they're going to loan you a choice out of swords. They will escort you to a room that the other knights occasionally use for gearing up, and open a cupboard that you've not seen before. Or, well, you've seen the cupboard, obviously, but never had a reason to open it yourself.
Oh.
Within which is a full-sized claymore, a full-sized Italian estoc, and there is also a main gauche and what appears to be a fencing foil. And there is a classic British longsword and a classic British longbow. Would you like to choose one or a collection of any of these? Here you're going to a duel and they would very much enjoy watching, and you should obviously be going with the finest of European tools.
I'm severely... Wait, can you repeat options 2 and 3?
It was a Claymore, Italian estoc, and there was a main gauche and rapier combo. As well as a longbow and a longsword. Which is opposed to Claymore, I suppose it would be a Zweihander, wouldn't it, for dueling, not a Claymore.
Could be either.
Could be either. Let's say it's both. You could choose out of one of those.
I'm split between the estoc and the rapier main gauche combo. I'll go with rapier and main gauche.
Alright, excellent. You do slightly less damage, but any defensive rolls to attack you, assuming that you haven't been put on the back foot, have an extra defense. So, your defense is considered 1 higher while you're ready to parry in one-on-one duels where you know that no one will be attacking you. I don't want to make it a habit that there are just weapons that give you more defense, but if you're going in for a one-on-one duel and you're wearing, parrying tools, obviously going to have slightly higher defense, slightly less damage.
Very well.
So yeah. What would you say, guys? If he made an attack with the main gauche, he would lose his defense statistic for going all out with a parrying tool and climbing up in their face?
Sorry.
Well, it's a very light offhand weapon, so given that if you're using a fencing foil, you have a straight sideline. So
Yeah, I imagine so. If you want to attack with the main gauche, you'd be giving up, let's say halving your defense numbers. Because you, wouldn't do to remove them all completely.
I think you're nicer than the actual book is.
Of course I am, but the book is dumb and the rules don't actually match up particularly well. So yeah, you can use your rolls for a sword that you've already got there in your sheet. You just reduce the damage by 1. Your defense is 1 higher during this fight, unless you go fucking batshit and stab again.
Okay.
Yeah, alright then. I'm gonna bring you over to Shiny New Background, which I believe comes from The Secret World, which is a fantastic MMO based on Cthulhu mythos, which was very fun.
I love the setting, it's just MMOs aren't for me.
Yeah, no. I mean, in and of itself, I couldn't get into playing the Secret World for a long period of time, but I was absolutely in love with the setting itself.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's great. Like, it's basically like a World of Darkness setting.
Yeah, it's World of Darkness Cthulhu as opposed to World of Darkness all the other shit. Just mwah, beautiful. So, obviously,
Free to play now, though.
it is free to play. That's why I played it again, like, last year. It was a good time, but eventually I got bored again because I just couldn't get into the gameplay of it. So, DCL obviously is watching Invisiblu. My phone is buzzing. Why is it buzzing? Nope, okay, everything's fine. DCL can be invisible and watching. Rose similarly can be watching. There are 2 more knights. They will be accompanying you as you approach. As you enter the location where you previously met Furyu, there are 2 quote-unquote Yakuza thugs waiting for you, who will walk you into a courtyard, behind which are some more traditionally Japanese-looking buildings. They look new as well, like this whole portion of the district couldn't be older than like 5 years, which as far as district is concerned, quite young.
So they actually imported from Japan some legit-ass architects and builders for this.
Well, they found like the appropriate quantity of weeaboo, yeah.
Either or. Both works.
Indeed. And waiting in this slow rainfall is Furyu. He is wielding, it would appear, some kind of daikatana. He is still currently resting in his scabbard, and he is dressed in his finest Yakuza suit. It is disgusting. It's such a horrendous looking suit.
I didn't make that.
Of course you didn't. That's because he thinks that you're a fucking narc, and technically I guess you were. You were the one who attacked him. He's just like, I'm not going to wear one of this man's incredibly impeccable suits. I'm going to wear my own fucking terrible white and red Yakuza combo.
I wonder if he realizes that the only time his underlings ever thought he dressed well was in one of my suits.
Probably. But now he's in one of his for this duel. And also third, your mic is open and picking up like just
No.
maybe a background nothingness.
Probably.
And that's picking up
a
doggos.
slight howl.
Yeah, it's picking up some heck. And he's waiting there. I'm glad that you turned up. I was worried that you would not.
Do you insult me?
Indeed, I find your antics most suspect. To expect you to turn up to an honorable duel is more than I could have hoped for.
I've maintained my honor longer than your country has been unified.
You will squint a little bit. In fact, he looks like that. He looks like his picture, which is essentially where he was squinting.
You... Yes, you knew the tailor known as Gideon. Now, you fight me as Gideon de la Riviere. Knight.
You're a real
give
knight
you-
from old Europe, is it?
From the First Crusades. Older than your country.
Their ways, I'm sure, are inferior.
Motherfucker, my country is.
Yeah, of course he has absolute faith in his Nipponese steel. And this is World of Darkness, which means that movie logic applies. Obviously his Nipponese steel is fucking dope as fuck.
I'll give it to you. My methods before were heavy-handed. What I was ultimately going for is a job offer. Serve me.
I will serve no man weaker than myself. If you would show me these ways and take me in this duel, then perhaps I will consider. But as it is, I see you in contempt and weakness. And he will hold aloft his still sheathed katana before latching it onto his belt and taking a readied stance. Send your seconds to their corners, and we shall see how you stand.
Are the seconds currently visible or invisible? Or...
I mean, DCL and Rose are hidden, but, like, some knights came to watch after giving you these weapons, so it sounds like fun. They're there. And they will respectfully nod at you and take some corners of this courtyard.
I will attempt to enjoy this.
As will I. I will strike you so hard that the money shall fall from your rich western pockets.
Hopefully I can carve up that suit enough that you'll never wear it again.
Alright.
And I too unsheath the rapier and main gauche combo.
Okay then. So,
Child.
Seven again.
Fuck!
That's from, I believe, Epic, the Dudes of Legend.
Oh, it's okay, Dudes of Legend.
Oh my god.
The whole thing.
Oh, I should have made him Dudes of Legend just for this duel.
No.
Oh well. Duels of Legend, more like, am I right, guys?
Actually, the only thing I like from Dudes of Legend was the whole fucking trench coat thing.
Yeah, no, that's always fun. Okay, so, the duelist beginneth. Roll me a d10. It doesn't actually matter that much who goes first. You have to be in the middle in the first place. Alright, you get to move up and make the first move. And let's see what you got. Let's see here.
Resilience is a reflexive action, right?
Pardon, sorry?
Resilience is a reflexive, right? I can't remember.
Right.
Right.
And hold on, let me just open up Vigor as well. And Vigor and physical intensity are two separate things, right?
Right. When you spend Vitae to activate Vigor, you get bonus damage. Physical intensity gives you bonus strength dice.
Oh god. I could crank my already monstrous strength.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's there
Yeah.
for.
Wait, are you just wait? Did you not know?
I forgot what physical intensity did.
Here's
Each
the
point
thing,
of
though.
Vitae spent on physical intensity gives you 2 dice to any one of the physical attributes for the round.
Yeah, I've been using that like every combat session. Well,
Here's the thing, though. There's not just extra damage you can activate from Vigor. You can also activate its secondary properties, which is
lifting.
grab things. Yes, grabbing things of size categories that are bigger, that equate to your strength,
Actually, you know
which
what?
means you can grab it.
I think I'm also gonna have Dread Presence active during this fight.
Remember, blood potency is your limiter per round.
Oh no, Dread Presence is free.
Okay.
But I think it's an instant action to do.
Yes, it is instant.
Okay, so lay it on me. His
Uh,
defense, if you are attacking,
hmm?
is 9.
Oh wow.
Jumping Jeebus.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking more defense than I have.
It's because he has no way to make himself any tankier. His armor sure is a flat 0-0.
And physical intensity is what again?
Each point of Vitae gives you 2 dice on any one of your physical attributes for the round.
And I think vigor just gives you damage off the end thing if you use that instead. I'm actually gonna go look that up because I don't.
Yes, if you want to use the active effect of vigor, then you add your vigor dots as bonus damage.
Okay.
Okay, so to attack him, it's strength plus weaponry, right?
Yeah.
And minus, what, 9?
9.
And yeah, let's crank physical intensity a little bit to increase my strength a bit. So that would effectively make my strength for 10.
Rock and roll. Damn it, this beer is finished.
4, 8, 12. Hold on, I'm having difficulties trying to figure out how I want to do.
Sure. In fact, while you were figuring out then, I'm gonna go fetch a fresh beverage.
Alright, so it'll boil down to my strength plus. To take his defense out of the equation, it's my strength plus weaponry minus 3.
Cool.
I'll wait to do that when she gets.
And you are remembering that your dots in vigor are passively added to your strength. Yeah.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure.
That's why, despite his massive defense, I still have an attacking dice pool of 5.
Nice.
And that's without me super cranking myself.
I forever hate the fact that I am a dex fag.
Look,
Why?
you are lightning fast, and I am.
Distraction.
Well, I
We're
mean,
waiting
Scal's
on-
not here. And the reason why is because vigor increases attack, but does not have anything for dex unless you're that specific bloodline, or you just pump blood potency for physical intensity, which is very vitae expensive.
Well, there's also Praestantia.
Which is that specific thing you need to be a specific bloodline to have.
Yeah, and needs to be specifically okayed by Scout. So, good luck.
Yeah.
Do tell. What do I need to okay?
It was the dex fag bloodline power
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
Oh, and I calculated it out so that it's just factoring in all my bonuses and his defense. It's ultimately boils down to my strength, weaponry minus.
Alright, go for it. Ooh, okay. So you go in hard and swinging, but he is on guard. It's a heavy, quite long daikatana, so as you approach with your rapier, he will... Surprisingly enough, he leans into it, presents you with a broad blade, and then pushes you back again. And it is his turn to swing. What's your defense?
8.
Fuck, it's really hard to hit you.
And because of Dread Presence, he can't use willpower.
Yeah, he is actually going to not attack this turn, so that he can prepare and possibly hit you next turn. Go ahead, your turn. His defense is still 9.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's not swinging at you this turn. He needs to literally spend a turn preparing, or he can't hit you.
No, as in, still with all that, it's,
Oh, you got another 0. That's fine. Alright, now I get to take a swing. It's still not a strong swing, mind you. Alright, go again. You both are at an impasse. Like, the both of you are now, like, swinging bodily. He's throwing these huge sweeping blows at you that move incredibly fast the moment they hit, like, this like crucial turning point and force you back. Like, he keeps sweeping you out of rapier range and then managing to backstep or force you away each time you move for a stab. God, at this rate, I might make him use his incredible maneuver early. Oh, I'll see. Ooh.
Okay, there we go.
And I believe your weapon, the rapier, is damaged too?
If it's just a sword, I
Sword
think it's damaged.
sword -1, but your defense is +1.
Okay, so it's damaged too.
Alright. Takes a mighty 3 of bashing. Well, no, he takes 3 lethal because he's a fucking human. Ow. Okay. He's going to... Oh god, if he actually takes another one of those, he's already in hilarious quantities of trouble. And so it's like, it's not one stab that takes him, but it's a series. You manage to roll your guard underneath the heavy end of his blade and stab him thricefold, and he backs up staggering. Now his white suit is adorned with deepening patches of rusty red blood. Already you stain his terrible suit with the darkness of failure. And with that... this button... Fighting a spirit! 1 success, fuck. Oh.
He didn't have enough weakness to add on.
It had a lot of negatives to punch through. That is ignoring his defense, you realize. His defense is a big number. But the detail on that is extra damage once per lifetime. Of course, ghouling him is a different lifetime. You may yet get him to use Fighting Spirit again. I'll show you, it's sat here on his sheet in all of its fucking glory.
So, how much
You
damage?
take 4 damage.
3.
And yeah, there it is. There's this Fighting Spirit here. In all of its fucking glory. Alright, your turn. He cuts you what he feels is deep, but you take 3 bashing. And he is staggered at this resistance and resilience.
I'm offering you eternity, strength, speed, resilience.
Then make me fall and submit.
Very well.
You make him fall and submit. He takes enough lethal to fill all of his boxes and he loses consciousness.
Just shrug. Okay then. Map.
Yeah, but like DCL, for that one fucking swipe, you saw all that glorious Nipponese katana power, ignoring 8 fucking points of defense. It was the most beautiful swing ever. Would that he had been striking a human opponent.
Would that he be striking a human opponent or was a vampire?
Yeah. God, could you imagine if I was just throwing fucking vampire dice at that bitch? He'd be terrifying.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so tell me. Is there any part of his terrible tacky-ass suit that isn't, blood?
The back, of course, because like an honourable man, you struck him only in the front.
I pick up his, coat sleeve, wipe the blood off my swords. Get up.
Alright. He is obviously... he's out cold, but there's someone you need to ghoul. You can ghoul him, and that will obviously save his life.
Now, you know what? How exactly does ghouling work?
You have to give him some blood. You invest 1 point of vitae and 1 willpower into him, and then he is yours.
I kneel next to him. Slice my palm with the main gauche and let it drip into his mouth. Get up.
Alright.
Now, is that a willpower dot or a willpower point?
Point.
Yeah, you don't lose permanent willpower for ghouling someone. That would be brutal.
Yeah, it's raising someone as a vampire is the problem.
That's permanent humanity.
Oh,
Oh.
that's incredibly expensive.
Well,
Yeah,
not permanent
well...
humanity, but it's a dot of humanity.
which is an investment to restore in a lot of cases. Yeah, I'm gonna edit this thing here. So he's in all players' journals, and he can be edited by Gideon. Behold the sheet of Furyu. You can now spend his 6 experience, give him merits as you feel are appropriate. He is gonna have to obviously spend some time in hospital, like he's stabbed all to shit. But he's been given the gift, and when he awakens, he will not forget this defeat.
Fucking hell, look at that resolve.
Yeah, he's a fucking beast. Of course he's got fucking 4 resolve and 4 composure.
He's Furyu. Of course, he's got all the resolve. Meanwhile, in fucking Kajima Land, I'm helping him run his cabaret club and able to get his trust.
Yep. Okay, so can everyone see his actual like character sheet section? It's a fun one.
Here, let me.
We need to be able to edit it.
I'll give you guys access just to see it, but please obviously don't fucking mess with his dice.
Here, let me actually. Oop.
Damn.
Obviously, Spiritu does not apply unless it's an honor duel. He's just a normal dude otherwise. He'll need real armor.
I count this inaccurate to the real life Kiryu. His presence is not at 5 along with his fucking strength.
I couldn't make him that strong as a human. It's still yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's about as close as I could fairly create him, and even then he's still pretty unfair.
Yeah, fucking Kiryu and the fucking.
I stole all of his mental dots to give him more brawl and weaponry.
Kiryu in the fucking game picks up motorbikes and whacks people with it like Jesus
Yeah.
fucking shit.
Yeah, no, I stole his mental abilities to give him more physical.
And honestly, his intimidation skills would be a 0 because despite how badly he kicks everybody's asses, everybody wants to fight him. Everybody thinks they're the guy.
They all think they're the guy, I guess. Well, no, that's just why his subterfuge is terrible and his persuasion is only 1.
But yeah.
So, after ghouling him, does he wake up or?
He flutters vaguely back to consciousness, but as I said, like, he now needs to definitely go to a hospital. As you're, like, leaning back after having given him a sample of yourself, you can see his pupils are dilated like fucking dinner plates. He's probably high as an absolute kite. And he will grip the back of your head and pull you back down towards him. So your head is against his chest, because of course he's the MC in his own brain story world. My blade is yours. And then he will release you to lose consciousness. I'd rather you didn't rapid heal him just so that he has an excuse to be out of action while you guys are in Switzerland. Just do that as an aside. Let him stay unconscious, please.
This man needs a hospital.
There is a soft applause from your knights that were attendant. Yeah, you gain a blood beat, by the way. Congratulations.
How many blood beats is a blood potency?
5 blood beats to blood XP, and you can spend them in lieu of normal XP for a blood potion.
Indeed, you can combine normal experience and blood experience for blood potency if you want to rush it.
So I now currently have 1 blood XP.
Yep.
How much normal experience do you have?
Currently, I'm tapped.
Okay. Yeah, as you develop either more blood experience or more experience, you could put it into potency instead. It's expensive, but that's because the blood system exists to give you a whole extra experience bar. But there you go. You're back to being the one with control of Furio Sheet. Yeah, that suit is ruined. You've rescued him from the pains of being entrapped in that horrible-looking thing. He's going to need to spend some time in the hospital, but his last words before slipping back into unconsciousness were his agreements that his sword was yours. Well, more specifically, his loaned sword is yours. He's actually using a loaner blade because his is currently being handled.
Oh yeah, his is currently being repaired by DCL's because of DCL's weak friend.
Let's check the associates here. Yokai, his stoic weeaboo companion.
Excellent.
But yeah, congratulations. That is good. That's a good job. You beat him, and you did actually take damage. It helped that you took some damage so that he could see the difference between you. If he went down and didn't deal any to you, there would forever be this question of like, did I just fuck up? But no, he saw himself fail. It wasn't that he did not time his parry correctly. He didn't he didn't miss an input anywhere.
He saw that he's swung as something that should drop a man in 2.
Oh yeah, no, that would have
And
cut a fucking normal dude
barely-
into.
It barely did anything.
Yeah, I need to make Kajima's sheet because it's gonna be a fucking joke. I can't wait to do Kajima's sheet. It's still gonna have all that weaponry, slightly less brawl, and then all of his points are in just cabaret ownership. I don't know how to do it really.
It can be fucking. I don't want to say a haven, but like a safe place.
Yeah, tell you what, actually, I'm gonna do.
And I have to BRB real quick.
Sure thing. You know what, DCL, early on, I'm gonna give you Kajima's blank ass sheet and let you just fucking fill him in. Because
Oh, awesome.
just put in the dots you think make sense. He's a ghoul, so I'm not super worried if they're actually fucking retarded. I might like veto or retcon some, but you know, that's how I do.
Gotta make the super accurate.
Yeah. You'll do a way better job of it than I will. He is now under NPCs/others and editable by yourself.
Awesome.
Go for it.
I'll fuck with that in a little bit.
Okay. And that was the night of Sunday, of course. There's still plenty of Sunday left to go, and indeed Gideon's Duel was not the only thing to be done that night.
Believe correctly, ironically I was going to go ask to see if I could get a magic blade on Lind at least.
Okay. There are still some knights with you. You want to borrow a magic blade.
I was actually gonna go to Yokai and ask her.
Ooh.
Since that comes with way less strings attached than the Invictus magic
This is true. Okay, you're in Japantown.
blade. Yeah. So after I see that sword duel, I'm gonna go down.
Yeah,
And,
under the pouring rain, invisible, walking as a puddle that isn't really there, as the
Yeah.
lights of an ambulance begin to flash and flare down streets outside as you pass through the Japanese section and into just Japantown itself.
Yeah, Gideon's fine.
Yeah, good job with that as well. You reach Yoko's place. The lights are off except for like the second floor where her bedroom would be.
She's watching anime.
Probably. Yeah, you can hit the buzzer.
Yeah, I'll hit the buzzer.
It takes maybe like a minute and a half for her to get to you, which for us,
Fucking ping her. I'll ping her on Discord.
of course, yeah, she'll like from a minute and a half. It takes her a minute instead of a minute and a half. Good job. And she'll come get you. DCL, hi there. Is everything alright?
Yeah, everything's fine. Just needed to come over and ask for a favor.
A
Sword-related
favor? A sword-related favor? Okay, come inside, I guess. And she'll open the door. And, like, actually, like, guide you in so that you're not stood in the pissing rain.
Yeah.
And she'll close it behind you.
Yeah, so, you ever play the Hitman games?
Yes.
I'm probably gonna need a sword like that.
Okay. Dare I ask why?
Well, I can't tell you all the details, but what I will tell you is that we're going to be stealing Nazi gold. Yes, I do say this with a big smile.
Okay, Nazi gold.
Did you lie? It's like, are you bullshit?
Still shakes it, yeah, it was basically a what the fuck is this? Terrible joke he's telling thing, and then she realizes you're not telling a terrible joke. And shakes her head slowly. DCL's trying to loan a magic sword off of Yoko. Okay.
Right.
You're after a magic sword because you're going to steal Nazi gold. Alright.
And in case violence breaks out, gonna need something subtle. So
Subtle?
if you had it. Yeah.
Alright, well obviously a full-size katana is not what you're after.
I mean, I can make that subtle if I have to. But, was wondering if you had any with, any mysterious powers of stealth.
Mysterious powers of stealth? Please, every magic katana I have is made to be bathed in blood from dusk till dawn and seen on battlefields, most known. But what it sounds like you're after is not a katana but a tanto.
Maybe. Like, do you have anything a great shinobi used or some shit?
Close to. She's going to take you to her back room. Where she has swords that are not on the walls kept. And there is... Yeah, there is it looks like a normal wooden shipping crate, but you can see it, there are classic, like, Japanese purity seals clamped onto this bitch.
Oof.
Obviously, they aren't real purity seals. They're almost
Yeah,
certainly there for show and don't do anything at all unless she actually knows Japanese wizards. Spoiler, she doesn't. They're all in Japan.
I was about to say, is this another Cursed Blade deal? I don't want to have a repeat of that incident.
Obviously, it is to hide it from prying eyes.
Fair enough.
And she will, like, just reach into her pocket and switchblade.
Man, have those fake skills ever worked at scaring somebody off?
In Japantown? Of course they do.
Well, I guess the Japanese are kind of superstitious.
Yes, we are. And she'll look at you pointedly like, don't be racist, I'm Japanese as well.
Well, you're Japanese. I don't want to get a lecture on racism from you guys.
We were about to say electron rape. Like, that's also not cool, but thanks.
I don't want to get a lecture on racism from you guys. I saw the last time a black guy was in anime.
Yeah. She will slice these seals through with a switchblade and lift the crate, within which are a number of weapons. You can see that there's like a dismantled long spear and like a dismantled glaive. You know, the ones where you would break their parts and probably like screw them back in together again. And the blades themselves are like wrapped with bandages. There is also, beside these glaives, a singular, like, sheathed Japanese tanto, you know, short katana knife for anyone who is less weeby. It looks roughly forearm length, and the sheath of it alone, it doesn't just look black, it's like matte black and eats up reflections.
Damn. What is this even made out of?
Well, I mean, it's made of, well, iron, I think, actually. The blade itself is not sturdy. That's never been the point of these things. What did Furyu Seconds think of the fight? They have seen Furyu survive attacks that should have killed him a great many times. They saw you go down towards him on one knee after falling. They saw him take your head and push it down and take you in for a new master and then pass out again. And now they're hurriedly worrying about an ambulance. They are They were out of earshot for the obvious vampire talker. You wouldn't have been like, I've been alive since yada yada yada. Like, that would have been pretty bad news. Otherwise, they'd have to be killed.
It's fine. These guys are aware the Fury is probably going to get back up later.
Yeah,
Somehow
no, exactly. That's exactly what they expect. He'll get up stronger than before, and he will be getting up stronger than before in a few days.
Yeah, so it's the perfect cover. Nobody's going to eat.
No one will know.
Everything's
so
normal.
Yep.
I get knocked down.
No,
I
yeah,
get up
again.
It ain't never gonna keep me down.
Vodka drink. A whiskey drink. Yeah, I don't know the rest of that song either. Yeah. She will lift the blade gently, like on the tips of her fingers. It never touches any of her second or third knuckles. It's only the first set on all the fingers, and she'll hold it up towards you. This thing's pretty, I suppose evil is the wrong phrase to use, but it's not a nice weapon.
Ooh, one of those bloodthirsty blades.
No. You'll see, I guess, if you use it.
As much as I like the fun of figuring out what happens after I stab the person, it's probably a good idea I know exactly what's the deal with this blade.
Okay, so the cuts that it deal don't bleed. They still obviously kill the person if you were to stab them through the heart, but the wounds don't bleed. And instead the body slowly breaks. Is the best way I would describe it.
You work on vampires?
I don't know. I've never had an opportunity to try it.
I guess if the time needs, I'll be able to come
Indeed.
back. And
I confess this weapon is magical, but also I have no idea if it is the kind of magic that even works on vampires. But it's the best you're getting at turning up at 2 in the morning.
Alright, fair enough. Bring you some pictures back. But, yeah. For now, I'm just gonna get out of your hair.
Appreciated. I mean, it's not for her. She's functionally human. She sleeps like a human-ish. I mean, it's 2 a.m., so she's up watching anime, but she'll want to sleep soon.
She's a hardcore weeaboo. Anime comes before sleep.
Yeah, she'll sleep soonish.
And then, as is per our agreement, I leave her with...
Oh, sorry.
As for our agreement, I leave her with a new copy of a game. I'll give her a copy of Sekiro.
Of course. No, it's 2018. The 3rd of December. Sekiro ain't out yet.
Oh man, you're right.
She will take instead $300, which you have.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal for you.
Hey, ask her how the sword's coming along.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I'll be walking out and go like, oh, by the way, the katana. Has that been repaired yet?
Still a work in progress. The whole blade was bent. Honestly, I can't do too much work on it in a day or I'll undo basically everything. It needed to be folded again, obviously, and it still needs to be hardened at least 3 more cycles.
I'm not gonna rush you. I was just curious.
Very well. Yeah, she looks annoyed about that. It was a really nice katana you ruined.
Yeah, don't look at me. I didn't break it. I will give her look. Don't look at me, man. It wasn't me.
Mm-hmm. You're the only person here to blame, so she blames you anyway.
What, do you want me to show up so that she can blame someone else?
I just might. I need my magic blades, bitch.
You just get, angry Japanese screaming and, Gideon leaves and there's still swords sticking out of him. She was annoyed.
Look, once she found out I had 3 dots of resilience, it was all over.
It's true, you have actually been struck with more kunai and ninja star than is fair for any kindred to have gone through. I'm telling you, they really don't hurt like a sword hurts.
She kept screaming Oni at me, and then kept stabbing me.
It's true, she would absolutely give you the long-nosed red mask, the Tengu masks? She'd cram one of them on Gideon, because he is hideous.
She's just like, here, let me...
Yeah, she would give you a Tengu mask and be like, problem solved, you're now just a lanky Tengu.
There, now you look much cooler. Alright. So, that little bit of business taken care of for the moment.
Exactly, yes, Daddy Longlegs, yeah, the Tengu mask makes only more sense. But yeah, you have acquired a blade. I'm going to add it to your sheet. Give me a brief moment. In fact, you should close your sheet so you don't see me editing it.
Or if you can figure out a weapon slot to add,
Fuck!
you probably could just take away knife. They're knives.
Sure. The one for knife hunting?
Yeah.
In fact, you don't have access to the Thorns Contender anymore.
Oh, well, yeah.
You gave that away, remember? Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it
I
didn't belong
haven't
to you in the
even
first place.
I haven't even used that in a long time.
Yeah,
The knife hunting is the salt knife.
obviously.
Somebody is gonna be very, very upset.
Hey,
Thank you.
Hedra,
Yes,
side note, what nationality was Daddy Longleg?
do you remember the fucking crusade that sacked the country? He was from said country.
That would have been in the,
Yeah.
I believe, either North Africa or what was that?
The first crusade, look at where it started.
Would have had to been before Toto came out.
Oh, of course, Toro is like, who cares about them anyway?
That's because they reported Lorraine's being blessed.
Okay, you may look at your sheet again.
Okay.
First, look under gear carried.
Let me get my sheet up. You're carried. Page 1.
Page 3.
Oh. Shadows die thrice. Oh boy.
This blade is
I can't wait.
treated as a normal knife unless it is used on a target who is unable to see you. Now you may look at its profile in page 1.
Okay. Oop. Oh boy.
There you go. It actually has a positive integer in initiative, and that's on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And its damage is 6. Its
a
range
lot
is
of
its
damage.
range is special because obviously it is throwable. That qualifies for its ability. Again, it's a normal knife unless it is seen. Sorry,
Unless
if it
it
is
is not
seen.
seen.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a normal knife it is seen. If it's not,
it is.
It's a lot
It
of
is a
damage.
it is a weapon that does +6. Yes, but otherwise it's fucking painfully mundane. They have to be unable to see you when you use this. And yeah, she'll loan it to you. You owe her a favour to Yoko. I'm going to put this on your sheet. Oh my god, you already have another... Yoko. Favour.
Okay, Hedra, I'm seeing a lot of sieges and I'm seeing a lot of sieges, but not so many sackings.
But dude, look at Antioch and tell me you did not see sacking there, because the siege in there is the Crusaders went in and murdered everyone in the city.
But they didn't take everything that wasn't nailed down, so it doesn't count as sacking.
I didn't say sacking. I said where they went. And then they went to fucking Jerusalem.
And they went to Jerusalem, laid siege to that, took Jerusalem, made the kingdom of Jerusalem, the Battle of Ascalon.
nerds.
So you're saying that
Yeah.
Daddy Longlegs is from Antioch?
Yep.
Where the fuck is Antioch?
He wasn't a soldier. Neither was his family. So he has all the reasons to fucking hate. Wow.
Okay.
That's all the reasons to hate you.
Now, as for people with otherwise incomplete goals, Angelina, I am aware of a thing that you want to get, a vis-a-vis permission. How do you want to go about that?
Well, I think that's something I'll probably want to coordinate with Saul down at the Elysium. He's Saul, he knows people.
This is very true. Obviously it doesn't have to be at like 2 a.m. when their duel finishes. You guys could have been active before that, so we'll say it's, like 11 p.m. at night. Everyone's gotten their mornings hunting in. Had enough time to get on with their day.
Oh, it's at 11, and since it's freaking winter.
Yeah, like you guys would have had enough time for a nice casual sleep in. You get a nice meal.
Yeah.
Essentially, I'm just being
Oh, and
conservative.
like,
You guys can get your normal daily morning
Okay.
shit out of the way. Like we're gonna arm wave past you getting normal shit done.
Okay, no, because the normal shit would have been sending a note to everyone from Soul, sending a note to everyone to meet him at Rosa's club, so they could have a nice private talk, and then he breaks the news about we're gonna rob a bank. We're gonna try to acquire her stuff, because everyone goes on their some has been doing. Oh, we're gonna go to Switzerland. We're gonna do this. We're gonna rob them.
But was I not supposed to know we
Telling
were was I not supposed to
Well-
know we were robbing a bank? Because I just wouldn't ask for a knife for specifically robbing a bank.
Oh, you
Yeah,
knew.
that's the
Okay, I just.
but that's the thing. I'm throwing that in before, but also then I have the reason to slap you over the fucking head after running around and telling a random shopkeeper in Japantown that we're gonna rob Nazi gold.
You don't know that. I'm not gonna mention
Yeah, there's
that.
no way he's mentioning that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, honestly, it's really hard for me to punish you guys with that. This person could not give a fuck less about what her swords are used for, as long as two things happen. She makes money and Kindred owe her favors, and he sure does have a dot of owing favors right now to her.
She's also my friend.
She is a friend, which is why it's only one dot and not two.
Yeah.
Look, I work on a favor-based economy. It's not.
It's true.
It's not,
Like, honestly, it's a good economy to have.
it's not throw me wrong yet. As long as people ask me to do things that I don't have problems with, I'm happy to do it.
And you choose generally people who you don't think will punish you by telling you to do things you don't agree with.
Exactly.
So yeah, you owe her a favor and she'll call it in at some point, which is going to be great for me and only semi-good for you. Because let's face it, you'll probably enjoy what she gets you to do, but, you know, it could be at an opportune time.
As off the case.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Favors is good. You're the only player who has actually taken on, like, quantities of favors that I get to keep pulling on you.
Here's the favor. Shark Week. Take care of it.
Kill all the sharks, DCR.
Well, that's just what we call public service to humanity.
Sharks are great, really. They're fucking sea puppies. They're nearly as much sea
I don't
puppy
think
as they
that-
are.
no,
They're sea
they're
wolves.
not-
No.
I don't think you know what I'm referring to when I say Shark Week.
No, not a clue.
Nope.
Should I say DCO?
He doesn't know
How
either.
about
Go ahead.
don't?
I'm sorry, I'm curious. What does Shark Week refer to?
In this context, Shark Week is the period of a woman's period.
Literally.
Oh, right, the red tide.
Yes.
Okay.
Shark Week.
I feel like there's.
I was just trying to think, like, in what case did, like, samurai kill a bunch of sharks? That makes no sense to me. That's just my brain's still in Weep Town. I think bounced back from that. Shark Week. I've never heard that for the red tide. Also known as the Baron's Wings and a great many other fun metaphors.
There's blood in the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah,
Blood
exactly.
shark.
The Red Moon.
You know,
Bad.
if I could, I would have slapped all of you somehow.
I love you, really.
There's a bad moon on the right.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
think.
Literally, you would have a fucking imprint of my fist. on my
It's
palm on your
it's
face.
true. You'd pulverize me, and I'd be okay with that.
Edra, please hit me.
I need you to break.
No,
I'd-
you don't. No, stop. You don't understand. You're asking me. Stop.
Please, I need you to break me.
No.
No, BCL, you don't understand.
I want to die.
There's not much pain I can experience that I haven't already experienced.
It's true.
All right.
It's true. Broken spines are up there. Regardless. Okay. So yeah, you sent out a message. You would.
Of broken spine.
This is true. So you sent out a message to your companions to meet up at the Club of Rose. You are made aware via various responses that they're not going to be free until like 3 a.m. ish. And Angelina, you're on your way then to see Soul.
Better call Saul.
Yes, I am.
Oh, nice. That's convenient. You just Soul is there sucking on a Capri Sun, which is actually just a blood bag.
Yum,
Straw.
yum, yum. What's your favorite blood type, so?
Because he's AB positive.
You've always gotta be positive, my friend. It's every vampire's
I know.
favorite.
It's one of those little, instead of being, no, we go for a universal thing, but no, it's like everyone's little dirty things, like there was, those instant noodles.
Yeah, yeah.
those-
AB plus is the fucking ramen of blood.
Oh my god, that's great.
Don't lick. No one want. Every now and again, you'll have yourself like a prime haunch of, like 60 buck O negative, but everyone really just wants to drink AB plus every day.
It's like, this is so bad. It's like you go like, this is so bad.
This is so bad for me. It's going right to my thighs.
Indeed, it's fucking soul food.
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
I see what you did there.
Alright, Angelina, you arrive at the Soul House. He's just slurping on an AB plus Caprisan.
Guten Tag, Herr Wechsler.
Yeah, good enough, good enough. So, what do I owe that pleasure?
I had thought to meet with you to discuss certain arrangements for our excursion. You will forgive me that I must ask. I have been in Topo for some time and have not kept up as I perhaps could have done. We still use the passport system, I take it.
Oh man.
Yes. Method of transportation, though, is much different than it was back then. But yes, we still use passport. They're a little bit more updated with technology and hidden elements in them, so they act very difficult to fake unless you specialize as such.
Oh, I did not think the Invictus would update things so readily.
Well, when you need to acquire things from or send people across this vast, needlessly huge country, you have to keep up with the modern times when it comes to transportation, at least.
Yeah.
I take it you're not exactly so fond, I figure. You would not
Pardon,
be so
sorry?
fond of old... Yeah, sorry, it was my mind, it skipped, and my brain skipped like no, I tracked. So I had to put it back there. I said, I take it you would not be so pleased with if your automobile would have been on old, the old type of blade suspensions. Those were rather jarring.
They were superior to Henrik's horses. But yes, I concede the point, Herr Wechsler.
So, it's passports, and we're dealing with Order Dracul controlled area. Which is rather disconcerting in itself.
How so?
Straight country now.
Well, the Order Dracul still maintains their... They are effectively the vampire Mengeles.
Fair.
Blank face.
Oh, she was asleep for
Yes.
Mengele.
But she has had books to read. She has caught up at least on what the fuck the World War was.
I don't know, actually. Give me intelligence academics. Let's see if you really get that reference.
I'll just roll a chance, do I?
Oh, that's not your specialty, is it? No, the Mengele reference just fucking goes right over your head. You had as little to do with thinking about the war as possible.
But you're a vampire, so
Okay,
you're not.
let me-
But you're an old school vampire, so you're not going to let on that you don't know.
So let me just just sees the blank face and then steeples his finger. Then let me educate you just a little bit on a very scientifically dedicated human with very, very different points of view. And I start listing every fucking atrocity that he committed during the Nazi regime. Which, if you yourself, Mercedes, you know what Mengele did, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, just making sure, so... And then finally the whole, he ends with... So, and finally when the war was over, he managed to escape and disappear into the Argentinas.
Here he's on the same island as Notorious Big.
Ah, I see. Well, I can understand why you drew that comparison, Herr Wexler, but I still must question why you seem so surprised that the Order have no authority. Henrik informs me I was
I said-
close to several voivodes in the past.
Yes, I said it was disconcerting that they are in power. Because they are very active in supremacy, in vampiric physical supremacy. In this world. The new world. And they're relatively new. We are all relatively new in comparison. The ones in the old world have established themselves with an unfathomable amount of research, connections, and power. So yes, I would be very hesitant to enter a city that is run by mad scientist vampires.
Really, everyone really we're quite sane. We just don't really give a fuck.
Yes, I believe I understand your point now, Her Excellence. They will certainly... It will certainly be an interesting excursion.
It will be indeed, though the old world is about slights. If you anger them or slight them in any way, shape, or form, we're screwed. The problem is we have no... Yes, the problem is we do not have any prior knowledge to what the regular code of conduct is there, or whatever weaving and layering of potential hidden slides that they have put on over the centuries.
Yes, it is true. It then perhaps would be wise to speak to the leadership of the Order in our city. Do you not agree?
As much as I would dislike developing more information about any potential situations that we're gonna incur in this reacquisition of your resources, it's unfortunately one of the few ways we can more more safely secure passage.
Alright. The go-to figure in speaking with Order Dracul would be Antoinette Frost, one of two members who spend any time in the Elysium at all. The rest are usually busy. In fact, I think I have a thing that I updated a bit ago. This Covenant Politics in San Basado. Under Ordo, their already bare interests in politics have become even less relevant. Only 2 Ordo elders remain in the Elysium at any time, but the rest are far too interested in their research. So they've got work going and favours aplenty for any who acquire objects of magical relevance. Antoinette Frost is one of these 2 members of the Order Dracul, and more specifically is the Elder of Clare Oceancourt, a prior member of the coterie of which you are now all members. You'd know this potentially through Rose and DCL, that there was a member of your coterie before who has become a full-time dragon.
Okay.
And their elder was Antoinette Frost.
Full-time dragon.
Okay, so at least we have a lead in there.
There. You have a dragon you can talk to. Also, I recommend looking at that document at all. Obviously, the Season 1 section, far less useful.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 section, though, literal relevance to this season.
Yeah, can Saul and I rub heads together to see if there's anything more we can determine about Antoinette specifically? Say a possible way we can, get a favour like this out of.
Pardon me, sorry?
Can Saul and I rub heads together to try to like, work out how we might get a favor like this out of Antoinette.
Only if you say no homo first.
What do you mean no homo there? Whatever. Sure, give me a wits or intelligence politics.
Would my specialization in Covenant interactions help?
Absolutely. If you would like Saul to roll it first to give you bonus modifiers, now would be the time.
I think
Sure
I
thing.
should probably roll to assist Saul, since he can get exceptional
No.
successes more easily.
That's a good point. Alright, go for it.
I do not have.
You don't have
Politics.
int politics is not one of your specials? Then you go first instead then. That's probably the better way to do it.
I have
Yes.
politics.
You aren't part of this skull rubbing. Right now you're busy stabbing a dude in Japantown.
Okay, so it's intelligence, politics.
Yeah, it'll be raw for you.
That's it.
Yeah, go for it.
So normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright, you get a plus
Yep.
3 mod onto your roll, Angelina.
So, plus 3 from that. Get 9 again from professional training. And bonus from political, clique, and specialization.
Yep. You're definitely the person to do this roll. Holy shit. Okay, fuck.
Hey,
You just get this information out of her when asking details on the Ordo and the Old City.
She's like, oh yeah, there's no reason why I shouldn't tell you this.
Yeah,
Political
fuck.
group at all,
She
go
doesn't.
hide
She
it.
doesn't give a shit.
Fucking why do you think I left? Fuck those guys.
There you go. And Ben, there is the Elder, Casablanca Covenstone. She's a gangrel and specializes in rituals. She is a member of the deepest of Ordo Coils and leaves all of her business to the Primogen Van Silmar. Van Silmar, similarly, is a gangrel and he's hideously ugly. His specialties, however, are in the management of ghouls and blood sorcery. Likewise, a member of the deepest Ordo Coils. There are other groups in Bern. Those two are in the Münster Cathedral, which is close to the Elysium. They don't actually operate in Elysium there because there's only a handful of elders who hang around in the Old City at any given time. There's the Zitzklog Clock Tower, within which you will find Elder Verschmidt vor de Glanshauser, who is a Carthian. He is the Lord of the Clock Tower, and is in charge of new blood vampires entering from the rest of Europe, who thought that Switzerland was a good idea for them. And there is Elder Marcella Seine von de Macht. She is an Invictus and a sorceress because she used to be a crone, and she is thought of as a rich bitch. She has a lot of money and a lot of land, and that makes her important because that's how that works.
But is she a bitch in actuality?
Yeah, probably. And then in the Market District, they have the oldest of banks, the Privat Bank Associate. You guys are very interested in the Privat Bank Associate. That's where your gold is run by Elder Essa Melitarineth, a member of the Ordo and the Queen of Banks. She's in charge of research grants. And the Guardian Balatarineth the Kneebreaker. He is the most dangerous person in the Old City of Bern in Switzerland. He organizes the private armies and police, and he is more dangerous in combat than the politically core elders for which he plays guardian to. Yeah, she is happy to divulge this information to you with 6 successes. She doesn't give a shit.
It's like, yeah. This is what you need to fucking know. Fuck these guys.
She can afford you guys like 20 minutes of conversation. She doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, I was actually hoping she would people want to do a letter of introduction as well.
Yeah, she'll scroll one up. Let's see here. If you come across any magical artifacts, she would like a chance to research them, and that's all she asks.
Oh, piss.
What?
Well, think about that for 2 seconds. A magical artifact from Europe.
If you come across any.
Yes. That's what, if we come across, she wants to research it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And?
You don't think they will have a fucking tracking thing on it or something like that?
You can't see my shit-eating grin, Hedra. You put that thinking away.
Well, I mean, I'm not the one who's going to be picking up magical items, so this isn't on my head.
Yeah, you're not gonna pull the Aladdin of picking up other gold when you should just be grabbing the lamp.
Oh, fucking
No,
yeah.
no, that's Abu.
Yeah, you guys are just here for Lump, for Nutsy God Lump. You are not
Yeah,
here to pick up the magic shit. But if you
I'm
come
here
across it, she definitely wants to have a research of it.
I'm here to help a friend. I'm not gonna smuggle any shit and put that evil on me.
You don't want to put magic artifact in butthole?
No, don't put that evil on
It's
me.
got lots of umlaut on
No,
butthole.
I know what I'm here
saying
to.
is the only one that would be in extreme risk of that is Rose, because she's a kleptomaniac.
Possibly. How would Rose feel about the opportunity to just pick up a magical artifacts that you could immediately trade in for one resource dot per?
Pretty good, as long as they
Yeah.
aren't cursed.
I mean, they aren't cursed. No, goodness no. That would defeat the object of them, indeed being acquirable inside a bank.
Like I said,
Well-
I've been running scenarios in my head for weeks.
It'll be
I'm
fun.
a-
It'll be fine. I'm excited
I'm a-
about this.
I'm a good, honest boy who pays his rent, does his job.
You aren't going to be looting no magic bullshit, are you?
No,
You're
sir.
a good boy.
I get my magic items like a good, honest boy from loan from a mysterious Japanese girl who I've only known as far as animes I've watched with her.
He
Excellent.
wants to test out her Batu Dragonu on you.
Exactly. Occasionally.
God.
It's diesel powered.
Oh god.
Chugga chugga chugga. And of course, now here's Antoinette Frost, a member of the Order who oh so willingly gave you information on fellow dragons in the old world, which is decent information about them existing as members of the Old Coil, in the hopes that you might provide her with things to research when you're there. And goodness, if she could keep any of them, she'd offer you so many resources, and possibly even favors.
Well,
Do you remember what was the big thing that we were warned about when we said that we were going to Europe? Don't start a blood war.
don't start a fucking night war, guys.
Don't start a fucking night war. It's true. That might have been advised to you guys multiple times, but, you know, it's not like I'm not going to fill the fucking scenario with temptations, because this is a world of darkness, and I want you guys to push your luck as far as possible.
If anything, the prince is more likely to sell us out to stop that shit.
Maybe.
Just be like, nah, fuck it.
I mean, he likes DCL. He thinks DCL's a cool
Yeah.
bro.
DCL wouldn't be involved in this shit.
Exactly, that's true, to be fair. The reason he thinks DCL's a fucking bro is because he's a bro and he wouldn't steal any magic shit. But like, that's above my pay grade, I'm out.
I'm not gonna start a night war over this shit. I'm just gonna go home and watch anime.
I'm gonna watch anime. And I'll hold the masquerade. Cool.
What is the anime scene in Europe like? I'm assuming it's not great.
It's the identical.
It's
It's
extensive.
identical to the American anime scene, if a little bit better, because early in the late 90s, early in the late 90s and early 2000s, Europe was getting versions of Japanese anime that weren't censored like they were in America.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I actually have, in a case, an old limited VHS. It's a 2 thick wide VHS of Akira. and Cowboy Bebop, and they're fucking they're worth money already, and they're gonna be worth even more in a few years.
Keeping them for that rainy day.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, just mostly keeping them for like until I can be bothered to eBay them. But like, yeah, they're old limited edition. One of them is an ex-rental copy, not for resale. So I mean, I don't even know how I got it. In fact, wait, no, I remember how I got it. My mum gave me a crate full of anime VHSs from a co-worker's son who moved out and left them all behind. You know, that old fucking classic. I'm the person that got all those. Half of it was porn, half of it was hentai, and I was like, I can't tell her that. I can't tell her that half this is hentai. Hentai VHSs, guys. I have those.
Thanks,
Okay, now the question is, was any of it any good?
Of course it was. It was uncensored. Well,
Classic.
semi-censored. It was
All I
Japanese
can
hentai.
All I
That's
can say
hilarious.
is that I might have a first release Laserdisc, the Bubblegum Crisis.
It's probably worth a decent amount. I don't think you beat limited edition VHS of Akira, but
No.
probably pretty much up there.
Yeah, but it's still fucking old ass Laserdisc. First release. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so yeah, Mazros is a great point. Like, it's a shame the Covenstone can't throw bombs. Yeah, of course they can. They're auto cool. They don't get spooked by fire. She can absolutely throw bombs at people. She can light a Molotov in front of you just to alpha move you and then hit you with it.
Just the alpha.
Just so she doesn't freak out at the fire she's lighting up in her goddamn hands and then hucking at you.
Just to assert dominance.
Just starts lighting up. Oh, welcome! And lights the fucking Molotov. Have a seat, why don't you? Just sit there holding the Molotov in her hand and just gently shove flipping it. And
Alpha
like,
stri-
Yeah.
Alpha straps.
So, you wanted to say hello? Oh,
Yep. Alright. This beer is also... Well, it's about to be empty. 1 second.
So I hear you wanted to come into my town.
Yeah.
Disrespect.
I'm gonna see about your layer of introduction. Let's see just how good of a layer of introduction he is. Let's see, what are her politics dots? They ain't great.
As is to be expected by the woman who...
Well,
so
fuck me! Okay, 3 successes. It's a good introductory letter, actually.
well,
Yep,
Well,
yep.
luck be a Hedra tonight.
Mm-hmm. You are also, when you were given this letter, warned that one of the specialities of the Order Dracul is that places that they make their homes, indeed, much like the ones that exist in San Posado, are lairs. Like real magical lairs that will fuck with people who try to do things that might be seen as conducive. Sorry, anti-conducive to their people, the owners.
question, are these the Ordo Dracul that will sit in the clock tower with a fucking pipe organ when it's thundering and lightning outside and just playing? Or is that too
that's
milk?
Saul.
Order Dracul are very much, Igor, throw the switch! And then lightning strikes a pylon and out comes a Promethean.
And out
Yeah.
poops a Promethean. Yay!
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Yeah,
But
taking
she
all the
warns you
spiders.
that Order Dracul have lairs. Like, all their buildings are places... Like, you dealt with this at the Insane Asylum. For Brothers of the Pie. Buildings have dots with which they can make offensive attacks with. Ordo ones are really, really good. They don't tend to be as physically aggressive, but they can do things like steal dots from you when you try to do things like pull the wool over people's eyes or try and persuade people in a way that you feel is good for you and bad for them. Like, they steal intent and use them against you. They're very good like that. Tread carefully. Don't piss anyone off.
Oh, so cool. And the one dealing. I think this in my head. Oh, good. The one that has the banks is Nordo.
Correct. Yes, the Order building is the bank that you're going to break into is a lair. So it'll impose negatives on a lot of these larcenous things you guys are going to be attempting, which is fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be a good one. Like, it actually means that you guys might be challenged for once. Like, all it does is steal dice from you when you try and do things like break into it. I suspect you'll manage.
Yeah.
The building, however, will be trying to fight you.
Mhm.
But I will be right back to fetch a fresh drink, and then we'll see about getting you guys into Switzerland. If you want to do anything else in the meantime, then go right ahead. I'll be back in a sec.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
steal a
so-
building.
No, we wouldn't. Especially not this fucking building that is literally trying to eat us. It's a fucking mimic, dude. We're fighting a mimic house.
So what you're saying is
I'd steal it.
I need to shank the building real hard.
Well, see, the best part about having literal weeks to try and figure out scenarios is this is one of them. It's what's one of them in it. I was fucking Doctor Strange seeing the potential futures there. Yeah, so now that I have burned the city and burn in my head, all the routes are much easier to place out. Plus, I have a whole nother 2 weeks to draw potential outcomes and scenarios.
Yeah.
But hey, think positive.
Thinking positive.
No, just think positive. Keep thinking positive.
No, just don't stop thinking positive. Just keep thinking good thoughts. Don't
Yes.
focus on the bad.
No, because this situation in itself is a massive, horrible fucking situation. We're going into an Order Dracul controlled city, which is like second to worst after the fucking crows. The best one would have been Invictus. Or rather, no, actually, the best one would have been Arceus. Because they're less on the give a fuck part.
I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
I feel like having a group of people who might not care if we end up stealing a bunch of gold from them, and they'll be like, well, I don't know. Other than the
Yeah,
hyper
but
political
here's the-
people who will be like, now we gotta fucking find them and kill these people.
Here it's at.
yeah, but that's the difference. Yeah, welcome back. But that's the difference, ECL. If you have people who are more anarchistic in their own terms, they'll be less inclined to, make a fucking bank, which is the establishment. They're massive, like heavily enchanted mimic bank.
Like, I'm not saying. Either way, we're probably gonna get somebody who's gonna be very mad about their missing Nazi gold.
You can always hope that that person isn't Kindred.
Also,
Just has all their Nazi gold in the Kindred bank.
damn, I need to be right. I need to
Sure.
go to the bathroom. Continue on without me since I am not involved yet.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I suppose the question
So I call
is...
BCL.
You guys are obviously all able to make your prior preparations. Antoinette Frost will produce for you guys a letter of introduction. You can see that it is in fact titled to Elder Casablanca Covenstone.
It's written on human parchment.
Well, it's just written on like literally normal 2 grade, like the double thick printer paper. It's nice paper. But it's written normally and with like a biro pen that doesn't run. Look, modern convenience is convenience, and if you can write something down that doesn't run or smudge, then A+ to you. More power.
So I have a question. Is Antoinette old enough to know how to do paper locking?
What?
Oh, what, sorry?
Paper locking. It's like, it was a thing that was done before people invented like adhesive envelopes, like where you fold the letter and you make a couple of little incisions in it. So
Oh, you turn it into its own envelope.
yes,
Oh yeah.
it's incredibly cool.
It is very awesome. However, it's more likely that she goes with the conservative and easy fold it thrice fold over itself and wax seal. Like, paper locking's all well and good, but the wax seal has an aesthetic to it that is simple.
And the point of it, and sorry, the name was actually letter locking. That was my mistake. The point of it is you do letter locking and then you do a wax seal over the lock, and that's actually intended so like people can't just do the trick of softening the wax and sliding it off and sliding it back on again after they've read it.
Huh. Then
They
I
have
guess
to know
you'd...
your letter locking technique to.
I guess she'd do
in order
that,
to, like,
yeah.
fold it up.
She doesn't show you then the locking that she uses, and yeah, she'll hand it over to you waxed regardless. Like, you saw her write the letter of introduction, but she turns away from you, and you can possibly, with your trained kindred ears, hear that gentle, soft, like, creaking sound of paper being cleanly cut by sharp nails. And then she hands it back to you, and there's a wax seal on it, and she didn't get out wax or any means to heat it, but there it is with a stamp in it. I actually have with me here this paper, and it's wax sealed, and it's a wedding invitation for a friend of mine. And the wax seal they used looks exactly like the tree from Sultan Sanctuary, which I completed the very same day. So I saw this envelope in the fucking post, nearly shit a brick. They watched my run and sent me paper. It wasn't. It was a wedding invite, so I was slightly disappointed, you know. But, like, it was the most unsettling thing to see the Salt Sanctuary tree on a wax stamp sent to me the very same day that I completed the game. Like, they watched my first playthrough and wanted to send me a thing.
Congratulations.
Still, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I was so fucking caught off guard though seeing that. There's no there's no bouncing back.
I'm actually watching a video on letter locking right now, and so far it seems kind of...
And just see the question, you going to be a Nosferatu Scar? In real life? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to just, like, break it down until I'm some kind of hawkish, bat-faced freak of nature.
Hey.
That's how I plan to go out. Don't you hate me? I'm going to be 80. I'm going to be a withered crone with a bat's face.
Well, I fully plan on being a cyborg, so, yeah.
Put me on the internet. Where I can, I don't know, troll forevermore. Alright.
Please, let me become the memes.
I don't want that, really. It's not even a question. You're right, it's not a question. You going to be a Nosferatu Scar? I am! Yeah. Yeah, I am. That's how I end. Alright, so, yeah, you are handed this letter of introduction. Now all that is left is going to Switzerland, friends.
That's where we convene.
At the Rose Club, where people do the rose thing.
First, I want to scout out a great door to link to a place in Switzerland. In the city.
Okay. What are you looking for indoors?
Easily accessible. Like no security cameras or nothing. It can just be like a thing out in an alleyway.
Okay.
But a place that we can easily get to. So if we have to hop in and out to go to Switzerland, you know, we can do so pretty easily.
Sure. Let's drag you the city map then. Where are you thinking? You have the whole breadth of all of this.
Well, we don't want it to be too close to the elites. But I mean, let's see. It's alright if it's like around here.
Yeah. Okay.
This area.
Give me wit streetwise. Let's see if you can find a nice spot.
Ha.
Okay. Let's see. You are familiar with the doorways that lead to sewer access systems, yes? The ones that you would go down there and then burn chemicals in the machine that feeds the water and keeps sewage clean, etc.
Sure.
There's a similar one in the Poor District that leads down to where the Barlicelli are. One of those such buildings is like maybe half a street down from Bob's sunglasses stand. It's like one alleyway away from a bus stop and the train station both.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, it's a sewer access tunnels doorway. People probably visit one of those things like once every 2 weeks.
Sounds good then. I will commit the door to memory.
Alright, let's bung it in here. What colour do you want your door dot to be?
Okay, back.
Welcome back.
Brown.
Brown. I hate that currently text placing is broken, so you have to hold down the click and then start typing.
So terrible. Why haven't they fixed that yet?
Don't know. I imagine there's some complicated reason for it, but it's mostly just fucking stupid. There you go. So down the main street of Bob's sunglasses stand is the access to the doors, which you can set up there. It's a pretty good spot.
Alright, then I'll head.
I see you up there, Nick Cage.
Damn it! Hide, Nick Cage, hide!
You can't escape. But yes,
You'll appear again one day.
Spinal Rage. I'm still just a bird next to
He's
Nick Cage.
it's still just a Nicolas Cage. You want to buy a pistol suppressor? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. You can go check in with everyone's favorite fucking gun, bro. Like, hey dude, you want to get some kind of suppressor? What kind of pistol you rocking?
I just realized you've never taken me to Gunbro.
You want to fucking chill out with gun, bro? I know that Angelina's gonna stop by with gun, bro.
You wonder the reason why.
It's fucking gun, bro. Don't doubt, man.
I mean, it's the fact that... do I even know Gun Bro?
Fuck yeah, of course you know gun, bro. You turned up with Rose like ages ago, like and stuff, bro.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because otherwise, I have no dots of firearms.
Fuck yeah, bro. What kind of gun you got? I can hook you up.
I carry a Luger Parabellum, model of 1908.
I hear you, babe. Of course, you're definitely a Germany sounding babe. Of course you have a Luger, bro.
That's not racist.
It's not like a race thing or anything, it's like a very cool aesthetic.
I like the recovery.
It's not being like racist, bro. It's more like being nationalist, but not in like the weird white nationalist way.
Absolutely. Of course, obviously, like, Germans just definitely suit a Luger. Like, you never see a French person with a Luger, of course, bro.
I love I love him so much.
So, like, dude, of course, I can hook you up when you're looking to get a silencer, bruh.
As soon as can be arranged.
Ah, man, bruh. As soon as possible. I hope you're not about to do, like... I'm just gonna let you know that, like, if anyone sees you do, like, a murder or anything with my stuff, bruh, you never knew me.
Of course, I will not be caught murdering anyone. That would be uncouth.
Of course, bruh. I understand. Definitely uncouth. Uncouth as fuck. Let's see here. Yeah, give me a... Intelligence streetwise.
Sure. Oh, shit, that shouldn't be...
It shouldn't have been 9 again. You didn't roll any 9s, it's cool. Alright, bruh, I see you. I definitely got something that you can, like, definitely fit on a Luger or something. Let's have a look here. And he'll walk you to a second side street where you can see he has a white panel van with the windows boarded with actual wood. Like, it was definitely a van that had windows. The windows aren't in it anymore. Alright, bruh, let's see here. And he'll open the door, and it also slides open from the sides behind the driver's seat door. And within it, you can just smell raw-ass gunpowder and fucking, like, just lighter fluids and accelerants. It's a dangerous-smelling van. And you can also smell pizza. You can definitely smell pizza. And pineapple.
And maybe a little bit of dried protein.
No, not dried protein, bruh, but you could probably smell like some kind of dank kush, bruh. But honestly, you never want to get caught by the cops smelling the weed and stuff, or they'll look in your van. But they'll never look in there for guns. So I never smoke in my van. That's how they get you, you know. They legalize weed in some places, and that makes it obviously easier for the government to find you.
They legalize it just so they can make it illegal.
Exactly, that's right. One day, you just wait. Everyone who's getting one of them legal weed cards is just gonna end up on a list. When the government flip-flops, they're gonna catch everyone, man.
Their plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like this boy's thinking.
That's right. And yeah, you can score a silencer. It looks like it is like some kind of second generation attachment. He'll ask for like 5 minutes with your gun to make sure that he can just make tiny tweaks to the barrel so that this screws on cleanly and comes off again properly. It's like, if I put this on as it is, bro, then it's definitely just gonna get stuck there for like ever. And I'm sure you don't want like a silencer always stuck in your gun and stuff, bro.
That would make it inconvenient to fit under my dress.
Alright, I get you.
Sometimes you really want a gun to go pop pop.
Exactly, of course. Obviously, as well, you'll be ashamed to lose that sweet Luger sound. The Luger does sound great. Speaking entirely nerdily, it would be a shame for it to be stayed permanently silenced. And yeah, he'll, you see him pull out, like, it looks like a pretty dense, like, worksman's knife. He takes off, shaves maybe half a centimeter or so off the barrel so that it'll actually screw in this attachment properly. Just, like, moves some of the threads down for squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. And then he will, to prove a point, unscrew the silencer. Alright, looks pretty smooth to me, bruh.
No.
Oh shit, my phone's going. Sorry, one sec, I just gotta take a phone call. It's probably my babe. Alright, babe.
You pick up that sweet gluten-free vegan pizza?
Oh, fuck yeah, fucking sweet vegan pizza. Alright, sweet. Alright, let's make this deal nice and quick. I gotta get back home to my babe.
This
Alright. Henrik
Netflix and chill.
Haberman.
Yeah, he'll, check Henrik's money against, like, an invisible lamp. He, like, holds each of these, I imagine, just, like, $80, and he's just, like, holding up against lamplight to see if it's genuine currency before he's like, alright, looks pretty fucking sweet to me, bruh.
I imagine this guy is just a South Park character.
Alright, bruh, it's fine. At least none of these fucking new guys are, like, normies or anything. Yeah, you have a silencer for your Luger. It takes a instant action to screw it on. It is not concealable while it's screwed on because it's a fucking big silencer for a Luger. And Luger generally doesn't fire subsonic rounds. Obviously, getting your hand on subsonic rounds, not difficult. Your damage profile will go down by 1.
I mean, the silence does that anyway.
Then don't worry about it. I'll assume that if a silencer is plugged on, then it's because you're also using subsonics. That's why your damage goes down by 1. Don't worry about it. I'd like to say they thought of that, but it's probably they're just like, silencers make guns weaker, right? Because they don't know how guns work.
I mean, silencers barely work at all, apparently.
They don't.
So,
No, you need subsonic rounds, or they are still loud as shit.
Hi.
Hmm?
Y'all fucking gun people.
I mean,
God, not even
I'm just-
close, but I've heard a silenced gun, and I've heard a silenced gun fired with subsonics, and it's quite enough that you don't need ear protection. Where a silenced gun with sonic rounds fucking needs ear protection still.
Yes.
But also interesting thing about suppressors in this game. Sure, they drop the damage rating by 1. They also give you if you're in close range, they give you +2 attack damage.
What?
What?
Yep.
That's
Because
stupid.
it's a longer barrel, effectively.
That's
It still sounds dumb, but
okay. I thought you said attack dice. I'm like, what? The bullets are more powerful out of the silencer barrel.
No, you're more like, yes, it's attack dice.
that's fucking
Sure.
retarded.
It's really not.
Wait.
How is it not?
Wait. So I get +2.
Yeah, all of your guns are silenced.
Yes.
And subsonic.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they are.
They do less damage, but they're more accurate by 2 dice.
I don't get why the silence makes more. Whatever.
Effectively a longer barrel.
I know that they are effectively a longer barrel, but since they're heating up sound, they add extra vibrations inside of a shot, and a silenced gunshot is less accurate than a normal one. Whatever.
Which is why you only get the bonus in short range.
Oh, okay. Still dumb, but whatever.
You know,
It wouldn't be
just
negative in short range, is what I would think, but it would just be shit at medium plus range anyway, but it's fine, they obviously
But you
don't.
don't get bonus dice when using like a rifle in short range.
Of course not, it's a rifle, and they're too cool for that.
Why would you get more dice for using a shorter barreled gun?
The suppressor in it.
Because
No,
it has a
it's
slightly
because
longer
they're
barrel
fucking
than normal.
idiots. Yeah, it's because they're fucking idiots.
I just had a weird thought for you.
Mhm.
What kind of pistol do you think Gideon would use?
1911.
No.
No?
Before you say wheel lock, I already thought of that.
Hey, I
See,
gave
the
you
thing is,
the
he
link.
would recognize the name of Beretta.
Of course you would recognize
They are
them.
that old.
They are that old. Alright, yeah, it would be a Barrera.
Yeah. No, it would be the fucking goddamn cane I linked you before. There was a combination of sword, cane, and gun.
yeah, that would obviously resonate with him most closely, but no, if you had to pick a modern handgun, right, Barrera is right. I like that terrible nightmare as well.
Or
It just shoots a knife at you.
I just had a thought. No,
Shut dead.
That's the
I just
DCL
thought
one
of
right there.
Gideon's pistol of choice. Spetsnaz knife.
Yeah, it's everyone's favorite gun
No,
is the
that's
Spetsnaz
exactly-
knife.
That's the cane.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
the cane. It has 2 shots. It's a cane, it's a sword, and you can shoot the cane, the blade, at them. And then you can shoot them with the regular shot.
Why?
Because why not? Some people ask why, but a real ingenuitive person says why not. No. Okay. So yeah, you are hooked up with the silencer for your Luger. At the same time, if you would like to grab a gun for your friend Gideon, you should probably grab a Beretta, I guess.
First off, I don't currently have the money to. the silencer uses up my like one purchase for the next while that my current resources give me.
You don't have
I
enough
need to
bank.
do the
Yeah,
heist.
yeah. You need more dots to just have the purchasing power to say, "I acquire more guns."
Do
Yeah.
you accept IOUs?
Also, I don't think Gideon, can actually use a gun yet.
Well, it's not about being able to use a gun. It's about being able to point a gun at someone.
Look, I think Gideon is more intimidating.
He is more
without
intimidating without a
him
gun.
Just fiddling with. Is this the button I pressed to make it shoot? No, that's a magazine falling out.
You're right, actually. Gideon alone is terrifying. Gideon, like, flicking on his own safety or hitting the mag release is definitely not scary.
Just
like
a -1.
Gideon has someone at gunpoint, and they actually have to walk him through how to.
Yeah, no, it's just he just fucking Johnny Englishes it, and for some reason shit comes out of the barrel.
Rose has no firearms training, but she
Actually, no.
She watches enough TV to be
struck
savvy.
that one guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, you did actually kill the fuck out of someone with the fucking silver buck shotgun.
I remember that night
you
having
see-
many misfires though.
Yeah.
Gideon would be more likely to beat
Oh, yeah.
someone to death with a pistol. Another thing about.
I don't remember that night very well.
See, Rose has like the baseline for the modern day. Gideon has the baseline for the 1400s.
Pretty much.
Sure,
I-
it's just a -1, but it really should be more.
It's more if he's doing it just to roll intimidate. He is definitely less scary with a gun than he is without.
Man, now I'm curious and want to see like a Western werewolf. I mean, Western vampire. Somebody who was founded during the Wild West that is just like a
Dude,
cult
they
fanatic.
Oh, man.
they fucking exist. There are you're in video game America right now. There are people like that in San Pasado.
Yeah, you know exactly.
I
This is
have
already-
I have a baddie who is a cowboy. I'm not even fucking kidding. He's not a vampire, but he's a baddie cowboy, and he's supernatural. It's dope.
There are some pretty terrifying cowboy era vampire bloodlines, like the other bloodline that was mentioned in the same
Wait.
chapter of the Shepherds.
Wait, what is it, Ezra? I'm cutting you off, Rim, because anytime you talk about bloodlines, it is a long talk.
No, I was saying that, like, oh, people with shooting guns. Like, I'm literally the only one that, like, second.
Yeah, you're shooting.
Like, the only
No, your
modern
guns.
I can
you're-
shoot any gun.
It's true. Saul is actually fantastic with guns, and everything he owns is silenced. It's terrifying.
Yeah, but you're not like an old Western shooter, which is what I'm referring to.
Oh
Like,
god, you're
Wild
right.
West-
That is Owat.
Mhm.
Wild West
Yeah,
Werewolf.
That's the thing.
This is great. The book has a hole in it that's made like a bullet hole. It goes through the entire book.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I have that book around here
Scow,
somewhere.
you,
There it is. Right
you,
there.
you just had to do that joke. And
Of course I did. I mean, if it were, We're Cat in the Wild West, it'd be Meowdy Partner.
you know what? I will accept that for the sole reason of I want to see a werewolf in a sombrero.
What do you mean? There are obviously Mexican werewolves, man.
I just need to see a werewolf in like full Garu form.
Look,
with a sombrero.
No.
Lily already gave us a Mexican werewolf.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, just a giant sombrero,
What did I give?
a poncho, and maybe a giant mustache.
That's
Oh, you mean like an 1800s?
Lily, it's your favorite shit done joke.
I'm tired.
I'm sorry. I need to see this.
It's new blood. You ever had a WhatsApp?
oh my god.
Ah, good old new blood.
New Blood and Clarence.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was something.
What?
What's up?
Oh, what's up?
Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, no, there's actually a Mexican werewolf who has been in this campaign and turned up and lives at Jackson's pool hall, basically, almost exclusively, with an ill-natured vampire named Clarence.
I was about to say, I can't imagine a Mexican werewolf because they're rather the chillest shit or they're fucking super
He's
hardcore.
fucking chill as shit, man.
Wait,
There's no in between.
And according to Valdent, he needs to see a vampire who looks exactly like John Wayne.
wait. The way you describe it, it's like fucking like vampire and werewolves that what was it? The Sesame Street thing that Ernie and Bert?
Bert and Ernie! You know what? That's actually a pretty good comparison. I like that.
The vampire guy is super tall,
He's super tall and he's grouchy.
and he's Ordo.
Yeah, he's Ordo. He's a wizard.
Are you
vampire
sure
wizard.
it's not Jay and Silent Bob?
No, man. Jay and Silent... Oh, I need to put a Jay and Silent Bob monster in this fucking game. They're gonna be in the mall, baby!
Oh my
Hey,
God.
baby, have you ever had
Are they
your asshole
were-rats?
licked by
They're
a
were-rats,
random-
baby!
Or just possessed by rat spirits.
They're fucking possessed by rat spirits.
I don't know how.
Hey, baby,
How I
have you
got
ever
a
had
son-
your asshole licked by a fat man?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's the lie?
You ever had your asshole licked by a werewolf in a trench coat?
They're making a sequel to that.
No, they aren't!
God.
Yeah, it's a Jay and Silent Bob the remake or something like that.
Oh, fuck, I need
reminds me
to see that!
Also making another Bill and Ted.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
Keanu
heard
Reeves.
that. I love Keanu.
Jay
Oh,
and
what's
Silent
that?
Bob reboot is the actual title.
Fuck, I need to see that.
You know what? I'm on YouTube right now. I'm gonna look up that line just for you.
It's a fantastic. Beautiful. Okay, so Rose, everyone's gonna be meeting at Safe Words before they leave for Switzerland. Do you make any preparations before they turn up?
I want to hunt. I want to fill up on.
You want to be juiced up before?
Yeah.
Sure. Are you hunting in Safe Word itself?
I'll hunt outside of it since I'm already gone. I like outside.
Sure. You're in like Port District. You're around Japantown. There's a popular cabaret club that's probably pretty good at hunting.
Sure, we'll stop in. Grab a
Sure.
bite to
What dice would you like to apply to this roll?
eat. Presence, persuasion.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Use seduce somebody.
Sure, you can add your dots to dominate. I believe you get to do it when you feed.
No, I have to choose to it if I fuck it up.
Oh, right, and then I get to punish you if you cock it up completely.
You also have to invest a vitae to include it as a.
There you
And
go,
I-
Scow.
And I'll get.
How
I
long
just
is
want
the
to
clip?
top up on.
9 seconds.
Alright.
Yo, baby, you have your asshole licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
So flirting count
Yeah, go for it.
and I suppose I'll aim for a dude. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Sure, add your extra dice. It gives you an extra vitae.
Ain't fucking him. I'm just.
Just going for
Just
nom
sucking 'em.
noms.
You ain't fucking, you're just sucking.
Two extra dice on that. Bam.
Man, I can't wait for my new roommate to just be passing through my fucking door one day while I'm on D&D.
And just hears the scream of ever had an had your asshole look by a fat man in an overcoat.
Can't wait to answer those questions.
Fucking, I love Jay and Silent Bob. I need to watch Dogma again. That one's the best.
Oh, it's great.
Dogma is absolutely the best. I need to get my mum to watch it just so she'll leave me alone forever.
I mean, there's something great about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back by having Mark Hamill as the cock knocker.
Yeah, Cockknocker. Oh, the Cockknocker. That whole movie's great. I love it. I want to watch it all again. Can we do that on Rabbit? I'll hang around tonight. Go on, say it. I'll stay out.
Possible.
Alright, sweet. We're gonna end soon, and then we get to watch that tonight. Alright. So yeah, with a success of 3, what's your BP?
1.
1. Humanity?
Huh?
Humanity?
7.
Cool. Was it counted as 1 higher for your merits? Or have you not got that one yet?
That am I. I have to pull up the thingy again. Where is it? New merits. There it is. I am at Shadow of Humanity 2.
Now I need to open the new merits and look.
No need.
Alright, you're at 3. Okay. You can get your hands on 7 Vitae out of 2 partners.
I mean, all I need is 4.
And you can get your hands on 4 out of 1 or 4 out of 2 if you want to spread out and make sure that neither of them are even remotely a risk.
2 out of each.
Okay. Easily done.
And then leave them to each other. Get out of there.
By leaving them to each other, are you going to try and get them to hook up with one another?
I mean, if they're into it. I mean,
Fucking give me wit.
Rose's
Give me a wit socialize. Let's see if you wing lady them.
Rose's favorite pastime: taking 2 dudes and making them wake up next to each other.
with socialize.
Yeah.
I was gonna argue for present socialize, but my wits is higher, so I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, go for it. At first, they think they're both like angling for a 3-way, but then you just get them hooked up together, and then you leave. Like, all right, I guess we're gonna go be gay together now. And that's how that goes down for them. They have a great night.
It's okay. It started in a 3-way, so it's not gay.
It's true. It's okay.
That's what they first say. It's okay. We're holding hands.
Just
George.
wait. 2 weeks
Said
from
no
now.
homo.
Just 2 weeks from now, they're gonna be doing the handhold where you thread fingers together. The
We
gayest
said no
handhold.
homo, so it's not gay.
It's true. They say no homo every time their lips touch dick. Alright, so yeah, you can be juiced up before everyone arrives at the safe word.
And
Can I
then
feed?
You were busy that night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I was watching the fight.
And you were,
so
yeah,
I
you were
also-
busy that night. Rose did her watchy watch and fucked off. And then after the fight, you left immediately for
an ask for
Yoko.
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess Rem, you might have had time. Can you give me an agility composure roll? Let's see if you were quick enough to just like sneak in a quick round of nom nom.
Agility?
Whatever the
Dexterity.
fucking dexterity.
Dexterity what?
I feel like you got that from me.
Yeah, I definitely got it from you.
Dexterity what?
Composure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're alright. You can sneak in time for nom nom. Don't drink from the dude who's dying. That's terrible. That's a bad habit right there.
I'm not drinking from the man,
Just impaled a lot.
you
Man, you almost cleaved in half.
Look, I used a rapier. I didn't cleave him in half. I might have stabbed him through a testicle.
You Swissed him.
Fun fact that we're going
But
to
the best part
Switzerland.
is you destroyed the suit.
Yes, good. Yeah, that suit was horrible though.
Yes, I actively did the world a service by destroying that.
Yeah, rendered
But
so
it's-
blood soaked they had to be torn off his fucking body for the hospital when the ambulance arrived.
It's okay. He's just gonna show up to work tomorrow in a Hawaiian t-shirt.
At least that's more acceptable.
It is more acceptable than his disgusting suit.
I love
mean,
that
have you ever
fucking
seen-
white ass suit.
It's a terrible suit, and I also love it.
I mean, have you ever seen like a really fit guy in a good Hawaiian shirt? It looks good.
It's true.
Uh.
Or just like the Hunter S. Thompson approach, being a scraggly drug addict in a Hawaiian shirt. Also works.
White
You
shirt.
just have to own it hard enough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. What dice? What dice do you want to throw at feeding Gideon?
What dice do I want to throw at it?
Yeah. How do you hunt? Do you fucking mug people in the streets? Do you bite hobos? Do you go to clubs? You gonna grab people for eating? How do you want to know? You get time. What's Gideon's feed of choice? I know you've been around clubs and restaurants and stuff. You're in the middle of the poor district right now, though.
Time to go on a bum hunt.
Alright.
Well,
Yes, recommend a dice pool. If it makes sense, you can do it. If it doesn't make sense, I might take a couple dice off you.
just make me want to go play Vampire the Masquerade.
Dude, I still don't own Vampire the Masquerade. I need to do that at some point. And then stream the whole
Bloodlines?
thing. Yeah, I don't own any of the Vampire games, no.
Played that game a while ago. I don't think I own it on Steam either. I'm gonna have to go back and refigure out how to download all the fucking fixes and patches for that.
I know that there's a patch that just puts in everything they broke beforehand but fixed. Or
Yeah,
missed
the
or
House of
skipped or
Cards.
something.
Let's go with I don't know, stealth something.
Yeah, that House of Cards fucking engine.
If you're going with stealth, I guess you're gonna turn up and then booga 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 them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with stealth composure. How much vitae are you missing?
Only 3.
Okay, you only need a baseline success to get 3. Alright, baseline success. Yeah, you can get 3 vitae. And your composure is strong. It's just seeing it multiple times, like 4 dice is like a lot of dice. Shit.
Yeah, 4 dice.
Can you just imagine it just from the perspective of the homeless guy? He's like standing around a burning barrel. Then he just sees a fucking albino in a suit just standing at the end of the alley. He looks back down and blinks again, and he's just like right next to him, just like on him. It's just like,
Yeah, my day's not getting any worse. Might as well.
well, I guess I die.
I guess it's time to die.
Well, I guess it's time. So save Deckard Gain.
Oh wait, and the next day, oh damn it, I'm alive.
Why?
Wait.
Alright,
What was
so
I
yeah,
about
you
to
can
say?
stop up. What are you gonna say?
Fuck, I can't remember.
You get halfway into a
No, no,
thought
no,
and
no,
like,
no.
I give up.
No, I remember now. I made my character
Thinking too
completely
hard,
wrong when
thinking of penis.
I made my character completely wrong when I gave him 4 dots of composure. That's not accurate. I'm surprised no one jumped on that. Jeez.
I'm sorry, I was too distracted by seeing another message, which was just someone saying, alright, I completed Sekiro. Overall, 2 out of 10. Literally any Souls game is better, even Souls 2. And I'm not sure if they're just wrong or trolling. Or if they really feel that that opinion is true.
I've given up at this point.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, it's hard to say. Like, I think that looking at it, Sekiro looks fucking fantastic, but at the same time, any Souls player who didn't like Sekiro, and even like fucking bullied it and played all the way through and beat it and still didn't like it, I can't blame them for it.
I kind of do, because on one hand, it's like they said several times, guys, this is not Dark Souls, and everyone's like, we're gonna go and play Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But as well, like, most people who say that they didn't like it because they like Soul game are like, well, that's too bad. This is someone who actually completed the whole game.
Eh.
It's weird.
It's
That's a
weird.
weird opinion.
Yeah, it's a weird opinion to be like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this game, because it's a game when you're first time. It's gonna cost you some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's like another like stealth ninja game that gives an S? I forget what it's called.
Tenchu.
Tenchu.
Yeah, doesn't Sekiro have more fucking Tenchu pedigree than it has like Soul?
Kind of half and half.
It's
So,
like
Sekiro-
Neo more.
Game.
No, Sekiro. Well,
Sorry, yeah. Let's continue with our sweet, sweet baby here, and we'll get us to Switzerland so we can close it, and then we can watch Jay and Silent Bob together. So, You guys meet at Safe Word. What event's going on tonight, Lily?
What day is it?
It's a Sunday.
Please tell me it's
Garbage
medieval.
day.
Please tell me it's medieval night so I can be insulted.
It is Sunday, December 2018. Sunday the 2nd.
Random party theme.
What we got?
Garbage day.
Garbage day.
ABC night. Anything but clothes.
Alright.
Anything you want, but not clothes.
That's confusing to me.
And well, let's put it this way. Rose, how are you and your girlfriends dressed for this evening?
Well, I'm coming for business.
Well, how were you before you knew a meeting was happening?
So just a thong. Got it.
Before I got called down to the Japanese area, and I'm like, okay, I have to put on actual clothes. Let's see. What would she have worn? Police tape.
Nice.
Police girl. Police girl.
Nice. So yeah, when a couple of you guys all turn up, there are people dressed in various assortments of clothing that aren't clothing. There's someone who has like a morph suit on, but all the genitals are cut out.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's pretty cool.
Degenerate.
I know.
Degeneracy.
Just gets out the mask again and places over his face just so.
Yeah.
I'm
God. So people
glad to see
can't read
that.
his fucking facial expressions.
They are very white.
civilization and culture peaked in my time.
Ha! Ha! Let me say as a black person, I would stab you for that.
That's too fair. That's too fair.
DCL. Hey DCL. How about you go fuck yourself?
You are playing the Jew. That's a good point. It's like I want my child to grow up smart Jewish. Have yourself, would you everybody recommend? Well, of course. My first recommendation is be chosen by God. The second, reviled by all peoples for all of time.
No, but I was referring to. Yes, I was referring to Hedra.
Oh, that's a Hydra. Fair enough.
What about? Wait, what have the Swedes gotten into? I haven't heard this.
Dude. No, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I'm South American as well.
Yeah.
It's a good point. That was probably not a great
Africa's
time.
When you peaked at 1400, that's around the conquistadors, and the mass genocide that was South America.
Well, that just means I'm still right.
That still proves DCL's point. I just thought you were talking about Saul, the forever Jew, and if you've ever wanted to pick at people who were more picked on than the blacks, it's the Jews. they had a pretty raw deal forever.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, our most
Yeah,
famous
but okay,
Jew
ancient-
was fucking hoisted up onto a cross.
He had a bad move.
And we only like that one.
Yeah.
We hate all the others.
Wow. No, that's terrible. God,
Tell me
that's...
I'm wrong, motherfucker.
It's not.
So
It's...
is just. Well, if DCL's character says that in character, so
Yeah, Saul is going to be reservist for the Jews.
Do
tell.
Yeah, do tell me about that.
All right, the Jews also got a pretty raw
I'm all
deal.
ears.
So yeah, okay. So the rest of you guys turn up. It's ABC night, so no one's wearing clothes technically. There are people wearing covering, and some people wearing anti-covering, aka they're wearing clothes, but all the naughty bits have been cut out, and they've got nothing but like maybe some bare duct tape over the nips.
And I look like someone's angry grandfather that's just walking in.
Are you still covered in duelist blood as well?
Hopefully you wash that off.
You still come in clothes, but you just get free cover charge if you come.
It's true, yeah. If you turn up ABC, you get free drinks. So everyone as well who's wearing no fucking clothing is trashed.
Just to point out also, he's wearing a dark suit. You can't see blood on a dark suit.
I feel like you can, like, blood itself it's got science. Regardless, though.
This is the one. This
You
is one
don't
of those
think
things
you don't
I
think I
wouldn't
have
question.
a replacement suit?
Yeah, no, you got fresh suits.
You know we've got black lights around here.
Oh
that's-
god, you're
okay,
right. Yeah, turning up in our
that's right.
blood-soaked suit is not a good idea in a club.
Okay,
They're like, is that blood or jism, friends?
either
I'm
way,
sorry,
there's
it's
some
just blood.
questions.
Yeah.
Though, in seeing Gideon change from one suit to the other, you see that not only does he rock whatever the fuck those like male garter things were called, but he rocks suspenders rather than belts.
Wait, why are
Choice.
you changing suits in the middle of the?
He's not changing it in the middle of the club. He changed it because he just finished getting into a duel. He went to a duel, went feeding, and I guess he had time to stop by the Silver Lining to grab a fresh pair of clothes.
Yeah. Either way, yeah.
Under Gideon's suit is another suit.
Under kid.
Yeah, alright, that's what that was.
You fail to understand
I'm always
that,
suited.
that Gideons have layers.
Gideons have layers.
Like onions, you just
Like
peel
onion.
away and find the same thing.
Like onions, except a black man disguised as a donkey will make fun of you. And then he'll fuck a dragon, because that's the best story. Angelina.
No, that happened.
Donkey! Get your dick out of that dragon.
No!
But yeah, so,
Alright. Oh, Angelina, there are definitely a couple of people who are very interested in your attire. There are a lot of people. Do you accept any of this flirting? It's possible you even arrive before everyone gathers up.
I mean, Angelina can pretend like she's modest, but she's German, so she's a pervert. Right?
Yeah, duh, of course. She wants to take them to the German dungeon. I'm sorry,
Would
but
you
no
like
midgets are actually flirting with George at this point in time. So it's not quite perfect dungeon porn.
Would you like some German chocolate?
Duh, of course. There are no Cleveland demons here unless the Cleveland is spelled with many umlauts.
God.
This is a Cleveland stammer.
I regret bringing it
You've
up,
had
but
the
at the same
Cleveland
time.
steamer. But have you had a Berlin steamer?
Have you ever Third Reich steamer?
Oh my god! Moving on.
It's where you start at the Adolf Hitler, then you splatter across.
So yeah, no, Angelina, like a number of people will actually flirt with you. Are you reciprocative to any of these gentlemen or women's?
Playfully so. More towards the women, but not actually intent on taking anyone up.
Oh, sure. Okay, there are at least a few people who make some body-to-body contact with you, but they don't, go in for anything serious, assuming you don't go full in the way. It's not just Kindred, but everyone plays by the rules of no maneuvers without permission, such as it were. Like, the bouncers they're strong, tough ghouls. Like, they'll fucking kick you out if you ass around, so the regulars here they're well-behaved. But there are people who are happy to grind up on y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I will behave appropriately for the situation, but at no point is anything coming off.
That's fair enough. There's definitely an opportunity, to get from one side of the room to the other. Of course, it's the traditional, music is playing and people are moving, and the easiest way to get from one side of the room to the other is to take part and move from step to step, as opposed to just try and barge your way through like a hard body. So, people show attention to you, and you definitely attract some flirting as you pass through, but you don't have to reciprocate, it's cool. Gideon, it takes you, longer to get through the dance floor because you're disapproving, quote-unquote. And Saul, you're wearing the mask. Honestly, people probably kind of read that as kind of kinky. What's Saul's type? Is Saul reciprocative to any attention that he gets from men or women at this club?
Well, A, he has the mask on. 2, he has his fucking kippa on.
It doesn't mean
That
people
should be a
won't...
slight indication.
It won't mean that people won't, they won't make directions at him. In fact, can you roll me a chance die? We'll see if there's anyone who yeah, roll me a chance die. We'll see if there's anyone who really finds Saul to be their type. So no one immediately super leaps out to you, but it's not like you're unappealing. Like, you're a healthy-looking individual, dressed good and wearing a mask and moving through this room. Like, it attracts some attention and people will dance up with you, but they won't push anything unless you reciprocate.
Well, I would understand it in a fetish club and all that.
It's ABC night, so a couple people are dressed up fetish.
Yeah, but it's literally a fucking fetish club in itself.
Mm-hmm.
But Soul is still carrying around this fucking briefcase.
Yeah, I mean, imagine it though. You're in an incredibly oversexed club and there's drink flowing and music pounding. And then there's just a masked man with a briefcase moving from A to B. That's that definitely does attract attention still. There's no way you're avoiding that, I'm afraid. If anything, you attract more than usual, just no one makes a move on you.
Yeah.
People are like,
If
ooh,
they're
he's probably got.
Yeah, like a
mysterious.
mysterious kinky businessman is essentially what you come across as. Yeah, that briefcase, they were like, that's fucking full of all the vibes.
He brought his sex toys.
Exactly, that's what that briefcase is. They were literally assuming that's what's going to be in there. But, you don't have to reciprocate so nothing comes of it, but you attract some attention, just no one who makes a definitive move on yourself. And yes, correct, people will ask nicely for you to do things like leave your guns behind. Saul, your weapons, I believe, are locked in your briefcase. Am I correct in that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
No, the gun in itself is movable between the holster and the briefcase.
Alright, the place you're entering is neutral ground, and the bouncers are really good at spotting hidden weaponry. You're welcome to make a test to hide it from them, but they would otherwise ask nicely if you would either reveal it or allow it to be locked safely in the staff room. You aren't the only kindred here, they ask this of everyone.
Yeah, I know the rules from before, so he pulls it out of the holster.
Cool. Yeah, they'll put that in lockup for you, at least until Rose turns back up again from feeding herself. And then you can recover from lockup to go do Switzerland quest. Cool. Alright. And yeah, Rose, when you return back from feeding yourself, your companions are all in various states of slightly disheveled from moving through the dance floors, and they're in your staff room. Emma is there at the moment. Etienne is the one on stage in a rare swap off. What do you do?
I guess just wait for everybody to show up. If
They're all there.
everybody's already showed up. Then
Yeah, they're waiting for you.
call them to a back room.
Indeed. Again, they're all in the staff room waiting for you. You're the
Oh.
one to guide them to the door.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking tired.
I'm sorry,
I am
yes.
out of it.
Yeah, we're also. It's not just guiding to the door. It's all, we have to go through all the information we have collected
Yeah.
and what the situation is
Yeah.
like.
I'm happy for us to sweep past that because everyone was here for this session. They all saw the information show around and it's all in handout format. So you guys can spend some time together passing information along, making sure everything's cool. Gideon, do you tell everyone about your new ghoul acquisition? Rose and DCL were there for it, of course, but your other friends weren't.
Yeah.
No, you leave them to it?
I mean,
He had already. He came to me to get advice about it, so it
That's true.
would be pretty weird not to mention that you succeed.
Oh. As a reminder, that troublesome, or that potential It has been brought into the fold.
Excellent work, Reiter. I always knew you would meet with success.
I will say, though, his choice of weaponry, it's rather unusual. I thought the Japanese swords were supposed to be smaller. Like the one
That's right, he was using a daikatana.
like the one that he put through my chest.
Well, I do recall that they had many sorts of varying sizes when they came in their diplomatic visits.
Hey, DCL, do you bring up your miniature version of the Japanese sword that you have in your pockets and coats?
Don't see. Wait, to the bouncers?
No, to your companions, if anything. Like, the bouncers, they've seen you a lot of times, and your weapons need to be checked, but they get checked at the staff room, so you can just walk to the staff room and just keep your weapons on your person. Like, they're talking about Japanese swords. You're literally carrying a miniature Japanese sword, different size.
I'm about to speak up, but then I get a nosebleed, and I feel like that Saul's about to smack me, and I slowly raise my hand. I slowly lower my hand.
You don't want to tell them about your miniature katana of death?
No.
Okay.
I'll hold that in case that.
You can keep that one in the secret pocket. Fair. I finished this beer as well. They're all gone now. Well, back to being dry for the month.
So, I've got a way for us to go to Switzerland, but it'll take us a couple days.
Days?
I mean, wait, wouldn't a plane ride be the same time?
Faster, even.
You don't have to
Yes.
worry about daylight. In fact, you don't really have to worry about anything at all. We'll just go on a little train ride. It'll take us like a few minutes. But in the real world, a couple days will pass.
So we are returning to the old world.
No, we're
Yes,
going to Switzerland.
You are going.
Which is,
I am returning.
you're not alone in the returning part. Some of us actually heralds from that continent.
Yeah. I wonder if I shall meet any siblings or cousins.
I could ask the same question.
Well, are you going to ask the same question? Please do not. You return.
Rose will put on the best Gideon impression. Say, I wonder if I shall find any cousins.
Well,
Grimace is harder.
well, grumpiness aside, is there anything we need to be on the lookout when we get there? Since we're not exactly an official Invictus business, we should try not to cause too much of a problem.
We need a good base of
Yes.
operations.
That is one thing I have resolved, at least in part. We have a letter from the Ordo Dracul in San Pasado, presenting and introducing us to the Voivode of Bern.
As in, like, me by name?
Well, no, you were not with us.
Ah, okay, good. Because as far as I want anybody to know, if this gets back to me, I was just doing a friend a favor. I do those a lot.
You do give out favors a lot.
It's a valid currency. as long as the people you're doing favors for aren't absolute assholes.
Emma in the
Yeah,
background in the
that's,
office makes a dick joke.
Just looks at DCL.
I don't like the look you're given, but we'll talk about that later. Either way, to be honest, it wouldn't take me much coaxing to come along with this little adventure in in the end of it.
Yes. If we pull this off, I can actually put you in a place that isn't for. He tries to say it with some form of
Yeah.
like
he's
less
he's
disgust
giving you the
for
look.
people.
Right. By the way, now that you mentioned that, I should probably speak up and say that I don't want a cent of that spent on me. At least not directly for any of my living expenses. I'm kind of honestly doing this for the fun of it.
Yeah, I'm not spending a single. I'm not spending a single dollar on it. I'm spending
Fair
it
enough.
on
Where
resources.
do you live?
I don't like talking about that. It's less where I live and more where I sleep. Let's put it that way.
Yes, where do you
Yes.
sleep?
In a
Places.
shitty motel on the side of the docks.
just
Like a whore.
I just kind of like skirting my
Oh.
eyes around and go like,
You're a dock worker.
no, you didn't hear that.
Yeah, no, you did not hear the DM fucking out DCL.
I'm just like, you know,
You're a
places.
dock worker like a poor person.
Excuse me. Poor people weren't fucking masters at the way of the blade, thank you.
They were, but it was the meat blade.
Yes,
God
you
damn
honed your blade cutting fish. Congratulations.
Hey man, we had to fight some pretty rad fish. When you gotta fight creatures from the deep, you learn some things, alright?
Yes. Now cut me another flounder.
Is a flounder the name for a cougar? I fucking,
Oh my
I
God.
fucking dig my blade deep in fish around here, my friends.
But yeah, I live places. I sleep places. Doesn't really matter. Don't have a fixed location. Kind of always out
Oh.
and about doing jobs, you know.
So you're
Darian,
homeless.
are you a transient?
No,
Yeah.
no. I just don't
You
like.
just said you're homeless.
I don't like telling people where I sleep. Okay, not even my friends. I had a lot of people who would stab me in the back for various reasons.
I see you, Nick Cage.
Son of a bitch! How? That was so quick!
He's always on the lookout. See, Nick Cage is coming after me. I can't talk about this shit in public.
It's true, he's always watching.
Yeah,
Nick-
that's why I'm going to set you up in one of the places that I will acquire after we succeed.
I mean, all right. As long as there's no Nazi gold pun on it, I don't want this trace back to me. I'm gonna basically be in obfuscation all damn day, looking like another motherfucker.
You get your monthly rent payments in gold teeth.
God, that's dark.
That's dark. That's some surprise.
Fuck.
Wow.
No, yeah, this is darker. That's literally what they did.
Her gold is way...
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'll give you that. Her gold is in ingot form. It's not in, like, fucking out of the furnace's gold teeth form, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
can't. Just reminding you, Angelina left, Europe in 1933, just before Anschluss. Like she was never actually a Nazi.
Yeah, no, her gold was liquidated by the people who claimed her estates, which means it was turned into ingots of Nazi gold, which is how the money belongs. Like, it was previously pure, like, currency asset. It has, over time, essentially become Nazi gold, and by result, worth more money than it was when she left, even. Which is why it's worth, I believe, 2 dots instead of 1. Like, it's weird, it's complicated. Like, 2 more dots than it was.
No, it was 4 dots.
Yeah, it was 4. It's 6. It's 2 dots. It's 2 dots more than 1 over
I
time.
mean, I thought I said, like, originally I had 5 dots of resources. I'm now down to 2, so it was like, by itself,
Yeah,
it's
but
like it was the equivalent of like 3 dots. Well, the last 3 dots. So like,
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Either way.
essentially, yeah, no. It's liquidated money that's been turned into Nazi gold. It's not literally gold fillings out of burned people, okay? It's not literally quote-unquote Nazi gold. It's liquidated assets, guys.
The point is that when I
It's okay. It's okay. They tried them out before they burned them.
look, the point is, before I have my final death or whatever, I want to be able to say I broke into a bank and stole Nazi gold. So that's why I'm here. Other than that, I don't really want.
Hopefully you will not be saying that to anyone because that's a bad move.
Oh, no,
The less
I-
people that know about this, the better.
Oh no, this is for me. I can take that to
I
my grave
feel
satisfied.
this is an appropriate time to ask these.
Hmm.
What is a Nazi?
Oh right, you weren't there for that, man. Oh shit.
Oh,
The whole group gets awkward.
It's like, oh shit. How does...
okay, let me get
They
my tablet out.
were-
Just pulls out.
they were a extremist group in Germany before I left. I'm told they got up to some terrible things.
Here.
There's a museum we're gonna
Oh,
take
yes.
to one of these days. I think you're gonna get some compromise.
Does have fucking pamphlets?
Please don't take Gideon to the Anne Frank Museum.
We're
Please
gonna hit
don't.
him
No,
hard.
no, the Auschwitz one. No.
Oh,
we're
don't take him to Auschwitz.
You're gonna know
I'm-
the full. You're going to know the history of man.
That place is so fucking haunted. Lily will go blind.
Oh no, yeah, I would refuse. No.
We're gonna take you there.
And I can guarantee you, those are not happy ghosts.
No.
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 She would just go insane.
But yeah.
I understand, but I'm educating right now 2 people who who fortunately does not have an eidetic memory. So I'm
Yeah.
getting the tablet out and just educating on the fun thing that was 1930 to 1946.
Oh, you're getting a tablet computer. I thought you just had fucking pamphlets on what is a Nazi.
Here. I'll,
It's-
I'll,
No.
I'll compose some movies for you guys to watch to catch you up.
It's fine. We'll
I'm
have
just
plenty of
gonna
time
start-
to talk about it during our parent walk towards the other world.
No, actually, I've been told it's just like
Ah.
gonna be a few minutes for us, but
Oh.
please,
Yeah,
real time.
so that's why we're doing this before.
Oh, okay.
And then when we get there, I should be able to link a door back here, but we need to find a good door there that
Hmm.
we can use.
Hopefully, let me understate this. Hopefully, you'll get it properly done, and hopefully, may God help us on our guide, guide us through this. We will get out of there unscathed, or with all our limbs attached in our final days.
I mean,
Because
not gonna.
let me understate that, let me underline the very important thing that we are going into an order cool, controlled, old world city.
I mean, knock on
This
wood.
is not a game.
Knock on wood. At least I'm pretty hardy. Same with Gideon. Things go bad, we should at least be able to
Mhm.
help distract and provide a wall for everybody to get out.
Mm,
Mm.
we do not want to reach a situation where my doubts are realized. I will not give them voice.
Right. Let's not jinx it.
Alright, my dears. Then
Nice.
you guys are all able to travel to a delightful place. Welcome.
Gideon and
Holy shit, is that a skeleton in a suit? Does he have a Cockney accent?
My suit's better.
So,
Oh my god, this is the coolest shit.
Rose is able to lead you to a hospital / morgue. She opens a doorway in a supply cupboard and invites you all through. When you exit, you can hear in the distance the sound of like rushing wind and moving trains, like the chunk 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 of wheels crossing a rail line, but you see no train. And as you exit, you see that there is a skeletal figure with a bird resting on his shoulders, and the bird has human eyes. Alright there, love, I see you're back with us and all.
Yep, I got him here now.
Holy shit, it's a Cockney skeleton in a suit.
Quiet, boy.
Nah, fuck you, this is cool.
Alright, I suppose that's fair enough and all. It's a pleasure to meet the lot of you. And he tips an imaginary hat. And you're right, I'm a bit of a Cockney geezer. At least I was back in the day.
Gideon sizes him up and on the quality of his suit.
Can I shake your hand? You have no idea the Tumblr post this would make.
Alright, but no fucking cinematography, mate. And he'll hold out a hand to shake. It is bony.
Shake his hand.
It's cold
And
and bony.
slowly- Once I do, I turn around, pull up a list, and cross something out.
As for the quality of his suit, I mean, it was a nice suit back when it existed, like 60 years ago. Doesn't seem to have suffered any damage at the least. Alright then, Miss Rose, I take it you need me to hand out these old guest passes?
Hopefully, yes.
Alright then, are all of you passengers?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He'll lift his jacket pocket
Indeed.
and pull out 5 papers for you all. And with it 5 like plastic looking lanyards. Just fucking sign your names in here. The agreement is you close the door behind you on the way out. Don't tell any fucking normies about the place. Hop on the train, travel with your associated leader of directions, and he'll nod towards Rose, and we'll have no fucking problems.
Holy shit, he even hates normies.
Gideon checks to make sure the door is closed behind him.
Rose, did you close the door behind you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Door's closed.
Chunk.
Sign up here. Basically just insurance and all. When you got one of them tags on yourself, your name's signed right here. Nothing fucking fancy. You're able to get on the train, and to get the train tracks, you get to where you fucking going.
Here, let me make a roll.
Sure, what kind of roll for what?
Need to see if I my black instincts resist tagging up the fucking magical train station.
Look, don't jump the fucking rails, mate. That's how you get fucking done in London.
Time for Mark Echoes getting up.
Nah, mate, fucking black dude jumps a barrier in London and get fucking shot.
I just wanted to make that reference. All right.
Yeah, right.
I'm sitting. I'm behaving. Sitting down proper. Signing up. Not making any noise.
Sure. Does anyone not sign?
Well,
Does
Solus
Henrik
initially
translate for Cockney?
Henrik takes a few moments and he will translate Cockney into German for you.
Alright, then yes, I will sign.
Yeah, Gideon, you're gonna look like a lot of people who climb on this train.
just mentioned that initially Sol will be very hesitant to sign on a fucking sheet of paper on a clipboard and get on the fucking train.
Oh.
This guy has been at this for a very long time. He does not get the reference, nor does he ask you to stitch a gold star to the inside of your jacket.
It's okay, Hedra. It's not like this adventure has anything to do with Nazis.
Oh.
I know, and like he initially has a slight hesitation during that.
Yeah, like you hear his head tilts to the side, which means you hear every single like spinal cord and bone go. Is there anything all right there, mate?
Yes, there's no. Call it a momentary religious hesitation.
He'll pause for a moment and think. Oh, right, I guess I can fucking see that. Don't you worry nothing about it, mate. You're off to Switzerland, not fucking Germany.
Yeah, just signs that.
Sweet, absolutely. Put that landlord on yourself. Train will be here in like. He pulls apart a sleeve, revealing a bony forearm. There's no watch on his wrist. 2 minutes, give or take.
Very well.
And yeah,
We'll see you again soon.
I imagine so. Well, there's a couple people like me here and there, but you'll be on and off, I'm sure. Won't feel like nothing in time for yourselves.
I
Have
just
a
have
good-
a question.
Yeah, what's up, mate?
What time will it be when we get there? Because we kind of have an allergy to the sun.
We're not fucking idiots. Of course you go from night to night.
Good.
If I had eyes, they'd be fucking rolling. 1 second. Terrence. And then the bed will roll its eyes for him. That's right.
You know, sometimes people just neglect to think of these things.
It's not like I'm not a fucking kindred myself. God, it's just insensitive and shit. I get it. I ain't got the beautiful skin that you lot have anymore, but I'm still just as sensitive to the sun, if not fucking more so. There's less of me to burn.
You
Trust
may not
me.
have any skin, but you have magnificent bone structure.
Oh, you're a fucking charmer, you are.
Trust me, sometimes the skin is worthless.
Nah, mate. You trust me. If I had a choice between skinlet or yours, I'd fucking choose the skin. Because I tell you what, there's not much clothing that fits well on a bunch of bones.
Oh dear boy, I couldn't make that work.
I think I do well enough myself with the old birthday suit. You get it? It's a suit. I got it on my birthday, to be fair. It's not actually something I was born in. Oh, it's just be a fucking naked skeleton.
I'm enjoying the acidic dwarf talk, and I'm just going to sit here and continue doing that.
Fair enough. And then, yeah, the ka-chunk, ka-chunk. It actually starts to gradually grow louder for a lot of you until up racks a train. It looks a little bit dated, but it looks like a common, like, underground tube train, subway train.
Choo choo.
Alright there, ladies and gents, if you want to get yourselves up on here, this will be the whatever the time it is to whatever time it is Switzerland. He's pointing at a train.
Hop in.
When you get on the train,
Oh boy.
there is another individual. He is sat in a chair and he's reading a book. He'll look up at you a lot and then look back at his book again.
Does he look like me?
I mean, he looks like you can see the token, presumably.
Give him a polite nod.
He'll nod idly and lick his thumb, even though there's no moisture, and flip a page over.
Sandpaper tongue.
And yeah, do you guys try and do anything?
Nah, I'm sitting down. Not
I'd
gonna-
engage him in conversation, but we all come here for privacy. You don't talk on the fucking train.
Nah, that's for weirdos. Alright.
He's got his destination, we've got ours. We don't want to let on where we're going and what we're doing, so I doubt he does either.
Yeah. 2 minutes later, the train comes to a stop. He'll get up, tuck his book away, and when he tips his hat, he tips it towards Rose, and you can see that on the left side of his face there is no eye.
And he must look.
Nod as well.
Yep. And then he will exit the train, and you can see like a gust of snow like flows into the train before it shuts behind him. And then you start moving again. But eventually,
Neat.
the train comes to a stop. Maybe a couple of more minutes pass, of course, between these times, and then you have the carriage to yourself for a while.
Gideon puts in the earbuds from his Zune.
Nice. I fucking see.
He hits random. He decides to be daring and hit random.
I get knocked down. I get back up again. Yeah, I got it here now.
I can hear the bleed over.
Alright, and then, my lovely dears, the train stops. It stops in a similar train station, and you're able to walk through it. There's no attendant waiting for you when you do so. You can see a little half staircase. There's a barrier, like a train station barrier. The barrier is left up and open. There's a scrolling screen that shows like the arrival and departure times for trains. It says whenever to whenever.
Hope you know your way around here. There, Rose.
It's a straight corridor, so hopefully, yeah. So you can follow walk a straight line.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
We walk
Rose
straight then.
can walk a straight line, right?
Oh, she's not drunk, so I'll hop off the train and take lead, I guess.
And eventually
Sorry about
you
that.
push open a door, and you're stood outside of a it looks like a cabinet to like an electrical building that belongs to hospitals, like a secondary generator room, and you are looking down on a most wonderful sight. A beautiful snowy city in classic 14th century style. There are thick clumps of snow falling down in a night time. You can see that the sun has only just recently set. There is activity below, but not much. When you crane an ear to listen, it's quiet. It's peacefully quiet compared to San Posado, which is the endless bustling of millions of people like endless ants. Welcome to the old city of Bern in Switzerland, a peaceful place untouched by time in the middle of winter. And it is there, my lovely dears, that we're going to call the session to an end.
Was a good one.
And let us jump to aspirations before we close it in true.
Can I just get a quick answer to my question?
What was your question? Oh. Bern is French, German, and Italian, and Romansh. It is unlikely any of you speak Romansh, but you may well speak French, German, and Italian.
I mean,
German's the most common language there.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, like, if it's, like, old world, kindred, their, like, language may not be the language of the majority.
It would be Romansh and Latin.
Hi.
But they obviously all speak French and German as well.
Okay, so at least half of the party can talk to them without being obviously inferior.
Correct, yes. Like, they'll speak those languages with you. Like, as well, in Switzerland, all of them do understand English, although I think they're probably too proud to ever speak it. But like, if they ask questions in German and you answer them in English, they'll probably get a bit snooty, but they'll answer it. They'll understand.
I mean, it's a tourist town.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, this is Old Town, the capital city of Switzerland. Everyone fucking understands English, whether they'll speak it or not, though, is another matter. But yeah,
Go fuck yourself is one of those universal terms that even people who pretend not to understand English, they will react.
yeah, like a lot of their language has umlauts in it, but they understand English. That's how I will fucking define it. But yeah, the elders likely speak Romantian, Italian, and Latin, and some German. Everyone here technically speaks French, German, and Romansh, and English.
Just let me call up Papa Legba at some point, and I'll.
Yeah, you'll be fine. But yes, let us jump to aspirations. Angelina, prepare fortifications against future monster attack. Yeah, no progress. Reclaim my lost treasure. Yeah, we'll put a blast in it. You guys you fucking made it to Switzerland. Congratulations. Acquire a letter of introduction. You scored that one in. That's a B. Go to Gerb. And of course, you get your 2 end of session. Rose. Legba's curse. Nope. Help a ghost. Nope. Plan and commit a heist. Nope. You get 2 end of session.
I've made the progress of finding the door, and we got here.
Not
I
planning.
don't feel like any of that's heist-centric.
Oh,
I
the
mean, we
door-
have to be here to commit the heist. I feel like that should be a plus.
Alright, we'll bung a plus in. DCL, recruit Kajima, no progress. Go to Switzerland. Yeah, you score that in, 1 beat. Find a legitimate reason to use celerity, no progress.
Mm-hmm.
And your 2 end of session beats, total 3. Gideon, acquire a ghoul. You score that bitch in, 3 beats. Go to Switzerland. Score that in, 1 beat. Meet someone you knew, die. And plus your 2 end of session beats, total 6. Soul, acquire another dot, nope. Secure, rediscovered resources, that gets a plus. Purchase a safe place at San Posado, no progress. And you gain 2 end of session beats. Does anyone have any questions before we call it here?
Nope.
Is it just me that is looking over this picturesque picture here and just seeing fucking like this glove, the reanimator looming over the sky there?
Huh?
You have to find a picture.
Paranoia.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope that you guys have all enjoyed. If you're watching in the stream or you're watching in the VOD, I hope as usual that you had yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time, and please do take care.
My stream. Bye, YouTube.
Subscribe.
Bye bye.